Momoko, and Hikari. Yeah, like the thing I like about the high school trio is that they can like openly talk about like their high school experiences, like relationships and classes and stuff like that. And it's like it's so suitable for their lore, and I really like that. It's so cute. So I'm kind of just like, fascinating. It's just I don't know. Well, so far, what I think about the little guys, I really like them so far. Their streams are all very different, but I think for what it is, yeah, thank you. For what it is, I think they're very entertaining. I don't know what kind of content they'll be doing in the future, but I am intrigued. I do like them. Hi, Cedric. Hello. I'm literally watching the collab right now, and I'm just kind of like, interesting. Hi, Karma. Hello. That's what I kind of like. I'm using an alt account on the other stream right now, so I can like keep watching them. I, I like to watch, guys. But yeah, so far, the kids, they're all pretty cute. I like their streaming style so far. Very different from each other. Not too different, but different enough that it's there's like variety here, which I really appreciate, because that was like the whole thing about having so many people debut all at once, right? You get to pick whatever personality types you like, which I really appreciate, because like it makes me so sad when I'm watching a group debut like in an agency, and then there's only like three people, something like that, and I'm just like, ah, I can't really vibe well with any of these people. With hi, hello again. Yeah, with something like when we did the Socks VTubing agency, yeah, like the Socks agency debuts. I think that was like a really well-rounded group. There were only three girls, but they were all like very different. Like you had like the first one, Snoozy, was that her name? She was very cute, very wholesome. She was like like a calm, chaotic person, right? Unhinged in a cute way. And then you had Ines, who was like very unhinged, very scuffed, but like it was like part of the vibes. I like that. She was like a crackhead. And then you had Cami, who was very she you could simp for her. She was like sexy Menhara. Her personality was nothing like I was expecting. Like I thought she would be more like Ines with how she was talking in the server that we were in the group chat we were in. But no, she was very sensual. We were all down bad for her. So I was like, okay, God, you always have to have that one person who's got like the sex appeal. I think having like hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello. Um, which one? What you want to see if I couldn't figure it out? Yeah, no, okay. So here are my thoughts on the debut so far. I changed the Twitch title, but forgot to hit the convert. Hi, Blank. Hello. Okay, let's discuss the kids, the kiddos, the kouhais. Okay, so if you guys weren't here yesterday, my thoughts were so with Manon, I really like how responsible she seems. I mean, great choice for their class president. I think you always need to have that type of personality in a group. Not necessarily being like the group leader, but definitely someone who's like very wholesome, very supportive, has a lot of skill, very responsible. It's like you don't have to be like such a nerd about it, but like being a leader doesn't have to be like so uptight. Like she's not uptight. She's just she makes sure everybody feels supported, and I really like that. Who in Nexus Gen 1 even is that? I'm like trying to figure out. I mean, lots of people support each other, but like I don't know who's like the most supportive. Yeah. Imagine me responsible. Clotho? I don't know. It's like, I mean, he doesn't. I feel it's gonna be someone like Odette. Like she is so freaking sweet. I swear to God. And it's not just because she wrote me a letter. Like I already thought she was sweet beforehand. She's so supportive. Even if she's like, she doesn't talk to a lot of us all the time. She is very sweet and she always has like opinions on everybody and they're all very positive. She's very nice. So with Gen 2, I really appreciate that Manon is there for them because when you're in a new group, right, the thing that's like unnerving is not feeling welcome, it's not feeling supported, and feeling isolated. So I really appreciate that Manon exists in their group. Like that's really good. With Hikari is definitely a yapper. I like a lot of people were saying that he gives like BFE energy, which is very interesting, right? Because as somebody has said on website.com.org, somebody said that he gives BFE but also NTR because he'll talk about like his former crushes and stuff, his failed relationship attempts, while like being like such a lovable guy that it's like you're while he's pining after people that won't ever date him or like aren't good for him or something, and you're just sitting there listening to Taylor Swift and you're just like being in your sad boy sad girl hours, which I think is like very very funny. um so it's like I do get that vibe. Like when he was singing, holy shit, his voice sounds so much more I wouldn't say mature, but definitely different from his talking voice, which is really nice. I think I made a comment during his performance. I was like, oh, like he when he started singing, I forgot who he was for a second and almost fell in love. I really like singers that are like that. Speaking of which, did you guys did you guys catch Momoko's performance on her recorder? Did you catch her? Did you catch her performance? That was very interesting. And then she was like, "Oh, ukulele mention every like surely not that many people in Nexus can play the ukulele." Speaking of which, let me grab something. Okay, okay. So hang on, guys. So I'm just like ukulele mention, and I'm just like, oh, like this. Anyway, that's all you're getting. Imagine being a Nexan with a ukulele. We've never had one of those before. So this is something that I thought was very funny, right? So during like before Gen 1 did our debuts on AniLive, we did get a chance to see how everybody would perform, and we had like practice debuts, right? And like you guys already know, like I had a very I bamboozled the Nexans and like the staff, letting them think that I was like a very responsible, very posh kind of lady. I'll um and I think I mentioned this before too. Like even Kenzo was saying something like, "Damn, I feel too poor to be listening to this right now." Everyone was calling me princess and my lady, and I was just like, they have no idea what's in store. Can you play over? Oh, I think only the best ukulele players know how to play that. Like it would actually be better if that was the only thing that you knew how to play. It's what was that thing that Bruce Lee said before? I don't fear the man that did 10,000 kicks. I fear the man that did one kick 10,000 times. So I'm not nearly as skilled as a gen mate of mine. I mean, if you know how to do it as many times as you want, man. But anyways, what the heck is this song? That's so goofy. Anyways, so what I thought was interesting was how they were like, already like not they were already like a little trio, like the high school trio, which is very cute. Because you guys know that my only relation right now is Clotho, but people like Alvin and Melody, they're from neighboring kingdoms, but I did think that that would have been really fun if we vibed well enough. We could have been like a little group. We could have been like the bourgeoisie, So I'm just like, oh man, that could have worked, but like it is what it is. Um, I mean, I only ever really interact with Clotho. I don't know how I could interact with Melody. She's very cute, but I don't know what to say to her. She'll just start singing to me, and I'm just like, uh, I did try. Yeah, Viva la Resistance. I did try doing a karaoke VC with her once, but I didn't actually get to sing because I had to go do something else. My princess duties called. It was so unfortunate because I remember when Rixie and I were gonna perform WAP for her specifically, and then it just didn't work out. So sad, so sad. Such a tease, I know. You guys will never catch me doing a karaoke stream. Oh, actually, I was just about to say that. Yeah, that was what I was talking about earlier. So the reason I brought up the whole practice debuts thing was that I noticed from our practice debuts that so many Nexans sing. Like a lot of them perform live on stream, and it was just like I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, there's like a lot of singers in Nexus. And I was kind of worried that it was just gonna be a lot of people doing singing streams all the time. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a great singer, but I like to have fun singing, and I do like karaoke. Like it is for a good time, it's not to perform, right? Because I'm more of a dancer than a singer. But that being said, even without that, I was already thinking like, okay, this is going to get stale real fast if everybody in Nexus is a singer or something like that, or did like nothing but karaoke streams. And while there are people that are dedicated to karaoke streams, it shouldn't be that everybody's dedicated to karaoke streams. So I was already thinking like, okay, we need to entertain the children, we need to entertain the masses, we need to give them some variety. So I wanted to kind of just be like, I mean, like just do like these yap streams where it's like all I'm doing is just talking to you guys, because as nice as singing is, it's like I can't really enjoy those types of streams because it's like I wanna talk to the VTuber, I wanna talk to you guys. So it's like as nice as that would be. I think if I were to do a singing stream, it would probably be just a sing along rather than like a karaoke, because it'll probably obviously it's gonna be unarchived. But basically, my thing is that as I mentioned, I sing to have fun, not to perform. And when you're doing karaoke, it is kind of a performance. And I this is so dumb, but like I think too hard when I sing. So I wanna just like stupidly, drunkenly sing my heart out, and you guys will just have to put up with it. Gets more gifts here because of the pink pen lights. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Pink pen lights. I wish that they had other colors. That would have been really nice because you guys could pick the color depending on the tuba. That would have been really cute. Need 3D models to dance tango. Oh, dude, like I don't know how to do tango, but I did do like mambo and samba a little bit when I was younger, and it was just like for a performance. I did do a hula dance once, and I was like, it was it was my very first performance. I like karaoke's, but I like to be in an event rather than the core content. Ah, yeah, 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 that's true. What if? What if I do that for my Twitch debut? What do you think? No, no, I don't think I can because then it'll be like unarchived. Yeah, I'll just save it for like a milestone. Hi, Stuff Crest. Hello. maybe for a milestone, but we'll see. Imagine it's not a milestone, it's literally just me like drunkenly coming back home, and then you guys will just like, I'm like, hey guys, let's sing some Maroon 5. um for the debut archival milestone would be fun. Oh, speaking of which, I already have, okay, so while I I remember seeing this thing on the website .com.org about how Nano is also trying to get a PC, and she's just like, I'm gonna get it. I'm by October, and then it's like, oh, October's really close, huh? And I'm just like, she just like me, she just like me for real. I really hope that I could get it. At least by the first week of October, because I really want to be able to start streaming on Twitch in time for Halloween week, because I want to do some spooky stuff, and also for my birthday stream, which is in late November. So that's good. That's good. I did okay. So I did. Thank you. Yeah, I dressed myself up. I dressed myself up. Oh, speak. I got plans. I got plans for my Twitch debut. I can't disclose them just yet because I don't know if we could pull it off. But I do have so many ideas. Thank you, thank you. I did my own hair and makeup because the maid that was assigned to me to dress me up was incompetent. And I'm just very picky. Yeah, November baby. You know what I thought? Okay, so this is a funny story that I realized. I remember talking to somebody about birthdays, right? And I just remembered you little bitch. I remember talking to a friend of mine about birthdays, and I was reminded of this one tweet that I saw where this person was lamenting over the fact that he did the math, and his birthday is exactly 9 months after his dad's birthday, and he was just like, "Bros, I was birthday sex," and now I'm just like, and I was like, wait a minute. And so, me being a November baby, I was thinking, oh, oh God. Okay. So here's so my mother, the queen, right? Queen of Castania, my mother, she her birthday is November 14th. And that's 9 months after February 14th. So that's Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh God, was she Valentine's Day sex? And what does that make me? I was born on the 21st. So either I was Valentine's Day sex too, and cuz like it's not exactly, like when you have a baby, it doesn't always like pop out of you exactly 9 months after. Like you get, like you're either early or late. It's rarely on the day itself. So now I'm like, was I birthday sex or Valentine's Day sex? Or, no, not birthday sex. I was like, am I Valentine's Day sex too? Cause now I'm thinking, I was like, no, bro. No, because I remember seeing so many people talk about how like they're born in November, and I was like, how come there's so many November babies? Why is that a thing? And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh God, oh God. You could also be bathroom sex. Bro, that would be a nightmare. I don't It's like I like to believe that I was conceived in the most Christian way possible, Um like after marriage, and fully clothed, under the covers, lights off, after they've, I, no, not all the November babies having a nightmare right now. They're living in a nightmare. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to break this news to you like this. But anyways, I do have some plans for my birthday stream. Hopefully I will try to make it so that I will be able to stream on Twitch for my birthday stream. I refuse to still be trapped on AniLive on my birthday. Like, no, no, no. It's like I may be a lazy bum, but like if I set my mind to it, if I'm really determined, I can get things done. I will figure it out. and so um and so I have plans for my birthday stream and my Twitch debut. They're going to be different events, obviously. It's just a matter of getting shit together because there's some permissions that I need to seek out first, and I remember I remember talking to manager San about it yesterday, and he was just like, "Oh, that's a great idea, but we gotta ask Harry first." I'm just like, Harold, I swear to God, if you ruin this for me, Harold, you're an October baby. Karma, you know that you could be a preemie, right? Like, there's a possibility you were New Year's sex or a premature Valentine's Day sex, baby. I refuse to now open those commissions once you get settled. That's true. I really should open commissions. I know you guys are looking for it. Oh, speaking of which, I was talking to manager San again about how I want to open commissions and sell stuff, and so basically he told me that the best place for that would be VGen, and I was like, really, really, really. And we were like talking about the business side of things and how much I could be charging, and basically you need a code, right? And he was like, "Don't worry, baby girl, I got you. I can get you a code. Even our other staff members can get you codes. It's actually pretty easy." I'm just like, really? Okay, cool beans. So hopefully I'll be able to put up the models on VGen, because I was thinking, I was like, should it be like coffee or booth? I don't know. So he says it's much better if it's on VGen. So I will try to get that sorted out as well. And like I said, guys, it's like, unless it's like a really like like really complicated asset, the assets I will be making probably will be free, but or at the very least like very cheaply priced. But with the models, that's gonna be a bit pricier because it's like a full model ready to be rigged. The second child, so who cares? Imagine. Hello, Mr. Peanuts. Hello. I doubt he said baby girl. You don't know what he says to me. I yeah, so it's like there was I remember he was talking to me about how he was just like, okay, so Enaria, do you know about the whole like the protocol when it comes to projects and stuff, and how you have to ask for permissions? And I was just like, what? He was like, okay, you probably don't. And so he was explaining things to me, and so we're basically just trying to set things up, and I'm like working on some projects behind the scenes, so there's like a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's like, oh, that's the thing, like I'm such a I'm I'm terrible with time management, but my ADHD brain makes me want to like do 5 different projects all at once that all require a lot of content, and I'm just like, see, this is why I end up not being able to like work on anything or finish anything, because I'm working on so many things at once, and I'm just like, so this is why this is so people without ADHD problems like this, you guys can just work on things without getting distracted or losing interest, and you can be productive in a normal way. That's crazy to me. What are you like medicated or something? Oh man. So I do have plans, but I can't disclose them because my sister, sis Naria or whatever Lilias is, yeah, my little sister. She whenever I tell her that I gave somebody an idea for something, in regards to their content, like for example Ozzy earlier, Detective Whitlock. I did give him some ideas for his future streams and future content. And my sister was like, "Why do you keep doing that?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, you keep giving people ideas for free. Like, you gotta start charging for that, bro." And I'm a princess of the people. I'm the people's princess. Like, I'm here to make sure that content will be enjoyable by all, even at the expense of my own content. Is that stupid? I don't know. I think of it as philanthropic. I want people to enjoy content even if I'm not the one making the content. As long as the content gets made. You know why I'm like that? Because I'm so generous. I'm so considerate of others. I'm so I want to enjoy content too. I'm in a position where if I choose to, I could manipulate the content to my liking because I'm close with these people because I can give them ideas and start planting the seeds in their heads. It's and I'm just like I'm like I wonder what kind of ASMR GFE type stuff I could get Lulu to do. And I'm just like, I remember when I was watching Ozzy's stream earlier, I was just like, and he was listing out the his lore. He was listing out some stuff that he wanted to do in the future, and I was just like thinking like, hey, I gave him like some of these ideas, and I'm just like, ha, I raised that boy. Yeah, I know, right? So if you guys want me to manipulate the content, that would be so funny. The power I hold is beyond even my own understanding sometimes. I want to check your stream title, did a double take at thoughts, and then boo, boo. Wait, so you can't even say the word thoughts on Twitch? That's crazy to me. But it's good to know, because I would have put that in my stream title and I would have been so confused. So it's like, yeah, I'll probably keep that in mind in the future. But damn, Twitch is really stinky. Twitch is so stinky. Can we manipulate you? I let you guys manipulate me. Like you guys know how I'm very parasocial. And it's like I will pander if it means like good content. Like I don't care if it's at the expense of my dignity. Do I even have any dignity at this point? At the expense of my reputation. I'm just like, I bet like you guys dare me to do something. You think I won't do it? I put ice cubes down my pants just one time. It's like I can do things if you guys ask enough, because I'm always like, it's embarrassing, but for the sake of the content, I will do it. Yeah. No, but it's like is the same. Okay, so I that's a thing that's so annoying about not being able to Twitch stream. It's like I have so many ideas, but a lot of them I can't do without Twitch or any like visuals or something. It's like there's only so much I can do on here, and it's like I have so many ideas just in like the back of my mind, in my back pocket. And the ice cubes was my idea. Thank you. Um, yeah, it was crazy. Like those ice cubes did not melt as fast as I thought they would, and they kept shifting. And I was like, oh, temperature play, interesting. um, hmm. Who of Nexus you would do it with? I mean, you guys know that Rixie and I have already established that we would be down for a Nexus orgy, as an offline collab event. Make sexes real, Harry, please. I want the sexes the 18 plus subsidiary of Nexus. Please, please, we want sexes to happen. Make an 18 plus category. I need it. I need it. Hmm. Rixie would make it a human centipede. That is disgusting. I hate the visuals you just provided to me. I miss the person I was 10 seconds ago before I read that comment. I thought the ice cubes would be funny. It was, yeah. I was surprised it didn't melt fast enough. And I was just like, oh, I guess the coochie wasn't that warm. Water is actually a very good thermal insulator. Fun fact. Oh, you know what I think is so funny? How people keep romanticizing shower sex or bathtub sex, and I was just like, I feel like the fact that it's water washes away your natural lubrication. So wouldn't it chafe a little bit? Wouldn't it feel a little weird? So it's like if also it's like a slip and slide. It's kind of dangerous. So if you guys do it in the shower with somebody, maybe do it before you start washing yourselves. Mainly because don't get into an accident, or at the very least have adhesive ducks or stickers on the floor. Like have a mat or something, a floor mat. You gotta do it safely, guys. You gotta do it safely. If you're gonna goon responsibly. That's my advice to you, dear children. Okay. So, man. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, so the detective, right? I haven't spoken about him yet. He was actually one of the first kouhais to reach out to me, and he's so nice. He's so supportive, and it was just very interesting getting to know him. And I was just like, oh shit, he just like me for real. So I was very intrigued to talk to him, and I was even like, oh, you know what? You, as a detective, you could help me. You could help me figure out who tried to poison me a few days ago. It was I'm pretty sure it was Bakura. Him and his whole assassination thing. Bakura tried to assassinate me once. I wouldn't put it past him to try again, but that is the risk that I'm willing to make as someone who became friends with an assassin, who tried to kill me. It's like, you gotta keep bribing the guy with money or with booze. And I guess I haven't been giving him enough booze recently, so he tried to kill me again. And Detective Whitlock is on the case. He is doing a poor job at figuring out the culprit. But that's what he's known for. Ninth best detective, because yeah, ASEAN worst detective Whitlock. That's you should ask your parents if they did it in the shower, bro. I can't even imagine them doing it right now, but I know they are. It's like I remember my mother. She said in passing that our dad, that my father, he got a vasectomy a few years ago. And if you know, you know, right? It's like people don't get vasectomies just for fun. So, I mean, they do, but like for a different kind of fun. And I did notice recently that they've been fighting less and less, and I'm just like, interesting. I'd like to not think of this more than 2 seconds. So we're moving on. Haven't had sex since I was 8. See, that's the thing. It's like when you're all living together, it is going to affect things. And I remember when I was 13, I did come across a box of condoms once, and one of them was open, and I was just like, okay, let's put that back and lock that memory away and never think about it ever again. The key to a long marriage. Do you guys think that parents should stop having sex after they have children? I think it's weird to do it in the same house as like if your kids are still around. I think it's weird. Like you can wait till the kids are out of the house, like at school or something, or if you have to leave the house at the same time as them because you have to go to work, maybe have date night, go to a hotel or something, or let your kids go on sleepovers. um I think you can have a marriage that doesn't rely on sex to have a good relationship. But I feel like with certain parents, that's kind of needed. That's why my parents were so cranky the past how many decades, because of that, because of the lack of tension release. um yeah. Mhm. Sometimes I turn on my car Bluetooth speaker and end up hearing my dad watching porn because he forgot to disconnect his phone. I hate all of the words that you just said. I do know some people in real life. I have met people that told me that they walked in on their parents doing it or witnessed their parents doing it, and I'm just like, I feel like I overheard my parents one time, and I remember hearing some noises my mom was making, and I was just like, oh, is she sick? Is she having a nightmare? she's groaning in bed a lot. And then I thought about it for a second, and I was just like, okay, my parents' door is locked. My mom is making noises in the middle of the night, noises I've never heard her make before. And I just walked away and went back to bed and tried to forget that memory. Traumatizing. No, not tight Asian teen. No, God. How old were you when you heard those noises? Definitely in my late teens, I think. So I was a big girl. I knew what that possibly could have been. So I I win. Hello, Vulpes. It is I, Princess Enaria, very normal and very wholesome, princess of Nexas. Do not fear. I am a very wholesome say so VTuber, as you guys know already. Like, hey. Oh, speaking of which, I jokingly did a futa thing on video chat yesterday. I was video chatting with somebody, and then I did a show and tell. I showed them my adult toy that was a realistic depiction of a male organ, right? And I thought it would be so funny if I put it in my pants to show what it would look like if I had a boner. And then I was laughing to myself. I was like, "Oh my God, Futanari is real." Stop lying to the new people. Guys, you know me, Enaria. I would never lie. I have never lied once in my whole life. You guys know that I always keep my promises. I have never flaked on anything. I have never forgotten any plans that I've made on stream. I am always so honest and so truthful and very very sincere in the things I say on stream. My best friend in the whole wide world, Keanu Reeves, always says this. He's like, "Inaria, my best friend, you're so honest and the most sincere person I've ever met." I'm just like, "Oh my God, Keanu, best friend Keanu Reeves, like, you're so kind." You forgot to go on a date with us. You were just late, okay? I went on a date at least twice already. You're just late to those dates. I'm sorry if you didn't get a chance to try the crab cakes, but that's on you. Like, you're like a fraudulent futa fiber filled with fairy tales and folk tales. I appreciate the alliteration. That was very fun to read. But I can't remember past an era ago, so it checks out. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what should Putanaria show us. I keep thinking about it. I'm just like, what kind of Futanaria pictures would you guys like? Would you guys like the whole gray pants situation, the gray sweatpants? Or would you like a school uniform and like you can see it like lifting up my skirt? Like what kind of or even underwear? Would you guys like Futanaria's boner in some underwear? Like what a skirt is peak. I think so too. I think that's so funny. It's like, ooh, like what you got under there? Is it a gun? I don't know. You don't even know me. I don't like crab cakes. I mean, that's fair because you didn't come to the date in time. Of course, I don't know you, Karma. Not to mention falsehoods. Mhm. Pitch a tent. I love that. I love that idea so much. So, so who do you guys think? Um, from what you guys have seen so far, who do you guys think would have like some really hot and disgusting sex with each other? Professionally, as a collab. Like it's all work related if you stream it, right? Like me we gotta think of who's non-say so and consenting. I mean, okay. I mean, we're not saying and we're not writing out a disgusting fan fiction. It's just head canons, right? So it's like relatively harmless if it's just a discussion in my stream rather than like fan art or fan fictions. Like let's think about not off people and purely off avatars and their themes. Yeah. I mean, it's in regards to like their interactions with each other, their vibes, their dynamics. I don't know, condoms as a work write off. You guys, wait. Okay, so I did open up a throne, right? Like, so I remember I was like probably the first Nexan who set up a throne account because they were discussing that, and I was making the throne account while still in the meeting, and then only to find out that they don't ship to my country. They don't ship to my kingdom. And so I was like, no. But it was so funny because like the first two items that were suggested to me were a 3DIO ASMR microphone, and it was like a binaural microphone. And then also a Lovin's Bluetooth sex toy. And I was just laughing to myself. I was like, what do they intend me to do with this with these two items specifically? And then I remember when I was talking to Manasan about like what kind of things would be allowed on Throne, and he basically said like like mainly stuff that would help our streams, right? Stuff for the stream, so like a gaming chair, microphone, PC stuff, things like that. And then he made sure to say like, Enaria, you can't use Throne to buy booze, okay? And I was like, but what if I do a drinking stream? That's still work related. He's like, no, that's not that's not a work, that's not a tax write-off. No, that's not a business expense. I was like, "Aw, but come on, it's good for the stream. It's very kino, as the kids say." Ozion's definitely gonna cuck Lulu away from me, southern bastard. That's what I thought was funny, but I'm gonna be honest. I think he wants Pion's ass more than anything, so you don't have to worry about that. As I've mentioned before, Pion is the neighborhood bicycle. Everybody gets a turn to ride him, like um I like who wants Pion? Everybody. It was very very funny hearing about everyone's opinions on Pion, and I'm just like, I think it was pretty early on. I remember somebody saying something on the website .com.org, something like um uh I think it was either Bakura or Clotho, and they said something like, no, not them. Like they weren't the ones that said it, but like an Anon said it about them, and they were like, I am just a hole for Bakura, and Pion is just a hole for me. And I'm like, oh my god, I want Leo based. I knew Pyon before this. He taught me to make a throne account and buy it no matter what. Thank Pyon, taking one for the team or taking a dozen, I guess. Listen, he's a very energetic little guy. He's so hip, young, and fresh as a very very accurate 18-year-old. I think that's what he said he was, right? 18. He is so youthful and full of life and energy. So he could take a beating, I guess. He could handle it. It's fine. Exactly. I don't want to imagine ordering alcohol through whatever ad hoc solution you offer. No, basically, Iowan, it's like in business terms, it'll be like if they gave me money under the table, I don't know. No, don't quote me on that. That manager said will bonk me. He's like, Enaria, stop spreading false information. I'm just like, well, if I can't tell the truth, why can't I tell lies? Huh? I like to tease Leo every time I see him that he's losing muscle to his heavy drinking. Wait, wait, is that a thing? Wait, hold up, wait. Wait. Okay. I just found out like months ago that beer makes you gain weight, right? Does alcohol also make you lose muscle mass? Wait, no, no, wait, no, no, my gains, no, no. It can offhandedly, not directly, to my understanding. Like you need muscle mass in Aria. That's true. I have everyone else do things for me. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in the world. I'm it's like as my very not elitist parents, according to them, because they like to say that they're not elitist, but then they say stuff like, Anaria, you don't have to do that work. That's beneath you. Or don't do that. There's people for that. And I was like, oh, but how would I, the people's princess, showcase my philanthropic personality? You know, I can just carry you around. Yeah, I'll be like, Anon, I'm just a silly woman. You know, like I can't handle anything by myself. Like um I can't fight these mobs, but like if you want to, you could carry me in game. You could carry me in Minecraft while I collect some flowers, and you can fight the monsters for me. Thanks, Anon. The Manny Pacquiao princesses. Yeah, exactly. Hey, I win. No one wants a weak futama. Hey, listen. I think it makes me small, tiny, and precious. It makes me so cute that people have no choice but to be compelled to serve me, to service me, to to be served by me. And I'm just like, yeah, I am. That is me. I am a very humble philanthropic princess. I will let you have the pleasure, have the honor of serving me, of helping me out. You know, like you guys can come in and carry me in video games, because I know people like doing that. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, Anon, you're so strong, so capable. You're so good at gaming, Anon. Your personality will match your cock size. Exactly. It's like I mean, I did mention this before about how I'm just like, listen, I may have a throbbing pulsating princess penis. That's what PP stands for, princess penis. But it's not that big, you know. It's not as big as a baby's arm or anything. It's like a little one, you know. It's like it's like a shot up penis. I can't say that, but I just did. um it's little, you know, so it's like you could hold it in like, you know, in just like your fingers. You don't have to. I got reincarnated in a video game. What time's a game you play? Recently I've just been playing some mobile games, because the ADHD do be ADHDing. However, not too long ago, I was playing Animal Crossing, Warframe, Wizards 101. I've been I've been intrigued by some games. I think oh, you know, they're like time management games are really bad for me. And so I like the cozy games where like the goal is to dress up a cute character or to decorate a house. Like I play The Sims. I play dress up games. I play avatar creations. I've never really enjoyed Gacha Life or Gacha Club. Um, so that was an interesting time, and I was just like, why do people keep playing these games? Um, Drinking can make you struggle to pop a boner. Okay, guys, if you guys have ever drank and tried to, you know, get it on with somebody, has drinking ever hindered your boner making abilities? Has drinking caused you to be a victim of erectile dysfunction? Yes or no? Because I heard that that was a thing, but I never bothered asking. Because people keep having drunk sex, so I didn't think that you could ever really get so drunk that your pee pee don't work. So if you've ever tried it, Please share your anecdotes in chat. Wizard 101. I haven't seen that game since 2010. See, that's my thing. Bakamitai! Hola. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. So here's the thing. I only found out about Wizard 101 just last year when I saw it on Steam when I was looking for new games to play. And I was just like, ha! This game's so childish. It's so clearly made for middle schoolers. I mean, I'm gonna play it just ironically, like it's such a stupid juvenile game. Like I'm gonna try it out ironically, and then I played it for several months, and then I paid a membership fee, and then and then I really liked it. But then I got kind of I got kind of tired after a certain level, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I played the sequel, which was Pirates 101, and I really like both these themes. I love wizards and pirate themed anything. So I hope that I could, like, once I get a PC, I could play like pirate themed games. So that would be fun. That would be fun. Um, People don't get drunk and have a magic card on. Their blood flow is elsewhere. Boo. Yeah, like listen, escucha. When a bunch of you guys were playing Wizard 101, I was playing Club Penguin. I wasn't out here playing Neopets because I was playing Mushy Monsters or Tamagotchi. So like the same thing with Wizard 101. I didn't grow up with that because I was busy playing a different game. So that's yeah. I worry for fake Nexans if Enaria ever does a sim stream. Listen. It is up to me who gets to cheat on who gets to have abusive relationships with whomst, who gets to have love children with whomst, because I am like in a Sims game like that. I am their god and they are my creations. They live and they die by my hand. It was pretty funny though, cause last year when I was playing The Sims 4, I made a mini Enaria, right, and I set her up to have like the same traits as me, and have the same career as me and everything, and then I just remembered thinking, wow, as a digital artist, she's very successful. I'm like, wish that were me. And it's not that like, it's like you guys are like, since day one you guys were like, Anaya, give us your commission rates, and I'm just like, I'm working on it. And then I forget. So that maybe I really should have like a maybe I should have like a whiteboard or a cork board where it's just like a list of things, because I will say stuff on stream and then forget about it until I watch the VOD and then list things down. I'm just like, oh, I came up with a really good idea for a future stream, but I forgot about it when I turned off the phone. So I need to write it down now. I didn't play any computer games when I was younger. Ah, interesting. When did you start playing computer games? We're getting a lot of listen. Yeah, I thought it was funny when I was just like, should I incorporate other languages into my speech? Because when I was watching Manon's stream yesterday, I was like, oh right, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should be, people's princess and be more of a polyglot, and speak more languages. And I'm just like, I could just do that. I'm just like, instead of going listen, I gotta appeal to the South Americans, the Hispanics. I just go like escucha. Fake Enaria better than real Enaria. No, that's true though. Like fake Enaria, like mini Enaria in The Sims had her shit together. She was, she had like the love of her life, in a wholesome relationship, and they were living together, childless but married. They had such a cute house, and it was like a little cottage, and it was so nice. I want like as here's the thing about me, right? It's like I live in a very populated location, and I'm used to being in big houses. But if I could retire, I really want to retire in like a little country house or cottage in like in the countryside, because I think just having like clean air like that, like having peace and quiet when you're like elderly, that is so nice. And I like the idea of just dying, and then they won't know about it until like several weeks later. You know, when someone's just like, hey, they haven't paid their bills in a while, and then they come in, investigate the house, and they're like, oh shit, she got eaten by her cats. If I could traumatize as many people as I can, I would. But I'll have to settle for the wellness check people. What's listen in Tagalog? You know, I'm not very fluent in the cursed language. I don't really know much about that. What did those Hollow Stars guys call it? Octavio and Gerard. What did they say? Elysian. Yeah. I'm not very fluent in Elysian. I'm going to be honest. Um, like here's the thing, right? When Knox and I speak Elysian, um she is definitely more fluent than I am, whereas I speak, the common tongue. I speak common, which is what you guys know as English. um and so while we can communicate, it's like she'll speak to me in Elysian and I will reply to her in common. And we understand each other. It's just like this is just our preferred language, like it's very interesting. You can turn around. I'm almost yo. Okay, turn around. I'm almost finished. Um, I'm like, you want me to turn around? Why don't you buy me some dinner first? You know what I'm saying? If you want to traumatize someone, tell them go look up Reddit. Make me suffer. Oh no! Oh no! I feel like people get traumatized every time they come into my streams. You know what I thought was so funny? You know how I struggled coming up with new stream concepts every week, and that's why I end up not doing my stream schedules. Because like I'm too smooth brain for that. Because it's like for me making a stream schedule, because I'm a very moody person. Like I want to do streams according to my mood and not according to what I think would be good for like that week, like days in advance. It's kind of like when people invite you to a wedding and like your RSVP involves like what do you want 6 months from now, you're coming to my wedding, do you want chicken or fish? And I'm like, how am I supposed to know what I'm craving 6 months from now? So that's how I feel about stream schedules. Because it's like, it's one thing if it's like playing a game or watching a movie or whatever. But if it's like a yap stream, it's like, things, it's the same as making a news video like weeks before it could like possibly happen, because like there's something to talk about every day, so I try not to pre-plan these things, but I really should. At the very least, you guys will know, because you guys did tell me that it doesn't matter what the stream concept is, as long as like the time slot gets put in the schedule, right? And I'm like, okay, fine, fair enough, fair enough. And that's why like this week I mentioned on my pinned comment or pinned post on my Twitter, at Enaria Liliales. Shameless plug. I did mention that because I don't know what time any of these people will end their streams, because yesterday Hikari did go over 30 minutes. Same thing with Ozzy today. It wasn't that much, but like he did go over the 30 minutes. And so I wouldn't know what time they would end. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just start the stream when they finish, you know? Um that way I can like, share my thoughts and opinions with you guys, because I don't necessarily want to do a watch along, because that seems really counterproductive since I'm gonna be in their chat anyways. And everyone else is gonna be in like the debuts chat, so it's like it makes sense to just stream after that. And it's just, I guess it's just nice to have like my fresh thoughts out, because I don't want to be tweeting about this. I don't want to be live tweeting. That's gonna flood Twitter. um Wait, so do you mostly speak English over at your kingdom? You can do that. I wanted to visit, but I was worried about the language barrier. Okay, it depends on where you go, because if you go up north, which is where Knox is, you're going to have a bunch of people that mostly speak in Elysian, and there's gonna be some broken English over there because like that's what they normally speak. In my area, which is a bit more south, not really, but like, it's like the central part of Elysium, um, of the kingdom, right? So it's like the central part of the country. It depends, but like we're so used to tourists and foreigners coming here that because it's like a tourist spot, right? It's a tourist destination. We're so used to accommodating for foreigners that even street children, even like street urchins, know how to speak English to a certain degree. Like you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry. And that's what I like about this place is that even like like anybody working any like service industry place will know some English, right? It's like our it's like you'll have like the common tongue, you'll have like the local dialect, but then you'll have English, so you'll be fine if you come visit. Don't worry, don't worry. um and that's why like I'm able to talk to you guys. However, it is funny. So the reason why, I think I mentioned this in a stream before, but I had that friend of mine, my childhood friend, who introduced VTubers to me back in 2021. She actually met up with me for the first time in 10 years last year, like just months ago. And we haven't really, because as soon as she graduated, she just kind of left, and she just never came back. But then she had the opportunity to come visit for the first time in 10 years. We obviously met up, and I remember her telling me that she was like, oh, Inaria, you lost your accent a little bit. I was like, wait, what do you mean? I've always spoken like this, even in school, like at the Royal Academy. And she was like, no, you had a bit of an accent back then, even if you were speaking English for for most of it. You definitely lost your accent. And I was just like, oh, you know what? I've been speaking to Americans too much. I've been speaking to the international audience too much that I became even more Americanized. I remember a lot of people thought that I was American, and you guys don't even hear me when I use like my Valley Girl accent, because I had a much more Valley Girl accent last year and the year before that, I think. And I tried to get rid of that when my other friend told me that he really likes Valley Girl accents in a sexual way, and I was just like, yeah, okay, I need to rectify this situation right now immediately. I need to get rid of this. It was funny though, because I'm just like my Valley Girl accent was kind of like oh my god, you guys, like you guys are so funny. Like that is so funny. Like let's hang out more. Seriously. um but I find that Jesus, that's because you like Lulu. She has like a much more Valley Girl accent than I do right now, I think. Because like when I hear Lulu speak, she does have a bit of a Valley Girl accent, and it's really cute. Like it matches her voice, I think, more than it matches mine. So fan service. Let's go with a twinge of southern. Yeah, and that's what I really like about her manner of speaking. It's so freaking cute. But like in a different way than someone like Odette. Like they have very cute voices, but in different ways, right? Every girl around me in my brain. Oh, speaking of accents, when I was hanging out with my IRL friends the other night, when we went drinking, I was speaking in my local dialect so much, which is weird because like they were also speaking in English, but I was speaking in the native tongue a lot more just because I was code switching. Because if I hear somebody speaking that a little more than I'm used to, I will immediately like switch to like just mostly saying that. Like I even had a bit of an accent when I came back home, and I was speaking in English, but I did have an accent. Like how what is let me try to like talk in my more Elysian accent. Um like, hey guys, I'm like, hi, it's me, Enaria. How are you naman? Like, um, uy, good morning, how are you? imagine, imagine how different my streams could have been if I just spoke like that all the time. Yeah, tangin na, bisting yawa, kaya tanim mo, ay, kanibatahan. But yeah, no, 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 definitely no, definitely no. But that's the thing that's so funny about how different Knox and I are, despite being from the same land, from the same kingdom. You know, well, she's not from my kingdom, but we're in the same continent, country. I don't know, country, I guess. Did your parents notice your accent change too? They have a thicker accent than me, actually. And no, they just assume that it's like the same. Here's my secret. I don't speak to my parents that often. It's kind of like the house is so big, we don't really need to talk to each other unless it's necessary, like when it's mealtime. My father insists that we have meals together, but when we have meals together, we don't talk. So it's like the only conversation we have is like, "Hey, time for dinner. Come down to eat." I'm like, "Okay, Michael Reeves, is that you?" Yeah, but I don't know, it's very interesting how chatty I am now, because I was always the sister that didn't talk much growing up. I was like a very quiet child. I was a very quiet baby, actually. My mother told me that I would give her hints, and like I was a smart enough kid that my brain did things that I should, I probably wouldn't have been able to figure out, if I was like a normal child. I remember, because I'm an idiot now, but like, what I was doing when I was like a baby. My mother said that I wouldn't cry that much, and I would only cry when necessary. Like, I would cry, and then she would come to my crib, she would look at me, and then I would give her clues as to what I need. Like, if I was hungry, I would suck on my thumb, and then she'd give me a bottle, and then I just would shut up for the rest of the night. I would just go to sleep. So even back then, I already had food coma. If I needed a change of my diaper. I would I would just like wiggle my legs in the air, and she'd know that that's what I needed. If I wanted to sleep, I would rub my eyes, and then she would like put me to bed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like training my mom. That's crazy to me. Enaria's peak was so young. My brain stopped working after like kindergarten. Oh, you know what's so funny? Um, so I know. Okay, okay. So this probably affected it. But like, I had a horrible situation that I don't remember. When I was like in kindergarten, probably like from like maybe like age 4 or 5 or something like that. My parents came to pick me up from the from kindergarten, and the teacher led them to the playground where I was, and they saw me getting my head bashed in by some other girl. Like, she was bashing my head into the wall, and obviously that girl got in trouble. She got expelled, maybe imprisoned for 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 doing that to a princess. Like, how dare she? I have no recollection of this at all, and I was like, what did I do to deserve like a head bashing? Like, what did I do as a 5-year-old? What could I have possibly have done? So that was just crazy to me. Like, all I wanted at that time was a Beyblade and how to learn how to cartwheel. Those are the only things I wanted at that age. What could I have possibly done to offend this girl? You got your head bashed, and of course you don't remember exactly. That's what I mean. I'm like, did I did this cause my downfall? Intellectually. And then I remember when I was like 3 years old. um I had like a school ID, right? And I just remember looking at that, and I saw my picture, and I was just like, why did they pick this picture? I look so dumb in it. I look so ugly. Why did my dad send in this picture? Like, and I was just like, looking back on it, I thought that was so silly. I was like, Do 3 year olds have body image issues? Like, why was I already getting insecure at that age? That's so crazy to me. Like, what the heck? And it's just like, oh man, that is just so funny. Like, even at 3 years old, at that age, like my very first ID photo, I was already having the experience of hating your ID photo. Like, that's how advanced my brain was. That's how developed my brain was. Prior to the head bashing incident that I don't remember. My mother didn't tell me about that head bashing incident. I don't know if she thought that I remembered it, but she only mentioned it like in the pandemic. She only mentioned it like 2 years ago or something while we were having like just a chat during the afternoon. And then she told me about it and I was like, what? Like that happened? It does make me wonder. I was just like, I wonder if she meant my sister and not me, because I'm like, I don't remember it. But then again, I was a child and it was a head bashing, so it makes sense that I wouldn't remember it. But like, I really don't remember it at all that was happening. So either I was so traumatized, or it was just like a severe head injury, or it didn't happen to me and it happened to my sister instead. I don't know, but like, because my sister fights, so so I wouldn't be surprised if she fought some kid on the playground. I just wanted a Beyblade. That's all I wanted when I was that age. I just wanted a Beyblade. I just wanted to learn how to cartwheel. That's all I wanted. Those were my only desires. My parents told me I knew how to escape from areas they placed me in. Oh man. You know what? Speaking of placing a child somewhere, I remembered when my younger sister was born, and she was just like a 1 year old or something, and she was like a baby. And I would check in on her at times because I'm like a few years older than her. And I would look at her, like I would look at her like in her crib, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And one time, I climbed into her crib to cuddle her. And then I just remember her getting so pissed off. She was like squirming, she was complaining, she kicked me out. And I'm just like, why doesn't she love me? Why won't you let me love her? Even till now, like even to this day, she hates the feel of my touch. Yeah, like, and it's like she lets everybody else cuddle her. She's very affectionate with her friends, but like with me, she hates so much. Like for example, she comments on how my hands feel so soft that it feels like they don't have any fingerprints. And then I'll touch her, like, just tap her on the shoulder, and she'll be so disgusted. She'll move her like shoulder out of the way. She'll be like, ugh. And I'm like, why? And then she'll complain like when I like stroke her arm. She'll be like, don't touch me with those demon fingers. Eh, guys, it's so sad. This is what I mean though about me being so lonely as a person, because I like being stuck at home during the pandemic with my family, because I used to leave the house at least once a week to play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, right? But being stuck at home during the pandemic when we were in lockdown, my family was very distant with each other physically and emotionally. Like, we wouldn't talk to each other, we'd just be in our own rooms, and we're not a hugging family. We don't touch each other like at all. And it's like we're just a very emotionally detached household. So it's like I got very lonely very fast, and that's why I ended up talking to so many people online. And that's how you guys have all these like weird stories from me, because I didn't have a particularly interesting life growing up. But that's why I like most of my stories involve the weird people that I meet, because as my other friend puts it, Enaria, it's not like I don't like the reason why you have so many weird people attached to you is because you give them the time of day. You actually let them talk to you instead of just blocking them, and that's why they get attached and they get weird around you. And I'm just like, oh, right? That actually, that yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Maybe she's a tsundere. Um, it is funny though. I don't know. if it is just like a tsundere thing, or if she's just like very biased towards our family. Because as I mentioned, we're not a physically or emotionally affectionate family. And so she must feel some type of way about getting hugs from me. Or just getting touched by me. Like I can't even touch her arm without her flinching away in disgust, you know. And I'm just like, that feels so bad. Like she's my baby sister. I want to give her hugs and stuff, and she won't let me. And I'm just like, Sis Naria, let me love you. Your family sure is that the sister you're living with? Mm-hmm. We don't spend a lot of time in the same room. If that, you know, like that's the main thing. Like you guys can hear her in the other room because like our desks are close by, but not in the same room. She's in the other room, and it's just like, you know, it's like separate from the bedroom. So it's like, yeah, it's like you can hear her, and that's why I don't stream when she's around, because she's very noisy. Like she can't watch her Thai BLs or her her yaoi manhwas without commenting very loudly. She will cackle, or not even cackle. So I cackle. I do a witch cackle when I laugh. She does a banshee shriek. So like if I'm like ha 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 ha, or whatever, or like, I don't know how to do my own cackle. She'll go like she'll do this. That's how she laughs. And you know, and our father really hates that. He's always like telling her to stop screaming when she laughs because it freaks him out. She would make a good streamer, but she's just so busy right now. She has her studies, you know. She's doing an internship, and you know, she has to learn the ways of being a responsible princess. You know, she has to learn the laws of the land. You know, but she's the type of person that will use her powers and education for evil. So that's what I'm kind of worried about. Like she would use it for evil. Oh, here's some fun facts about me and my sister. So I am a Slytherin with Ravenclaw as my secondary house, and my sister is a Ravenclaw with Slytherin as her secondary house. So she's like, I'm a Slitherclaw, and she's like a Raven. and she was telling me this thing about how it's so weird that I'm such a pushover sometimes, because you know how many times I've been told that I'm too nice for my own good, like exactly those words in the past 3 years. I'm always being told that, and she was scolding me. She was like, you're a Slytherin. Act like it. Stop acting like a Hufflepuff. And I'm just like, you know what? You're right. And that's why, like, you guys, yeah, she does act like the older sibling sometimes. But I feel like it's more of a case of you guys ever watched Drake and Josh? She's kind of like a Megan. Like she is the younger sibling. She's the younger sister, but she bullies like the older siblings. So and it's like I'm like, see, this is what I mean. It's like when you're the princess, like when you're like the youngest princess, or where you're like the baby of the family, you're either you're either going to be such a cute, precious angel that everyone coddles you, or you're going to be a little shit that everyone like gives like, you know, a pass to because you're the baby. So you get away with more stuff, and I hate that a little bit. Yeah, Megan, yeah. You do look like a Ravenclaw. I could have looked more Slytherin if I was allowed to, but my aesthetic and theme and color palette clashed with Clotho a little too much, that I would have literally just looked like his younger sister. And I was like, shit. If anything, I refuse to look like anyone's younger sister. Like I was I was so pissed off. Like I did not want to be associated with him in that way, like that specifically. I like being his cousin ex fiance, you know, but I don't want to ever treat him like an older brother. You know, I'm just like I jokingly say like Clotho and Clotho Onisan, Clotho Onisama, but I wouldn't actually want to give him that dignity. I'm I would never. I remember scrolling your Twitter and saw the Medea influence. Yes, that was so funny. Because I haven't actually read that before. I made myself look like this. Because I was going to have a mostly black dress, purple and pink accents and gold accents as well, right? And um and I just remembered when I finally read Your Throne, I was like, oh, oh God, she just like me. Even like I know like we have a mole on the other side of my I actually was supposed to have a mole on this side of my face. Like I was supposed to have a beauty mark on this side of my face. And then I saw Medea and I was just like, maybe if I put it here, it won't look the same. uh, Oh, speaking of which, I am planning on having some type of 2.0 outfit in the future, and I can't decide. Maybe you guys can help me out. Maybe because you guys are my regulars. Do you guys think I should have a more casual attire? Or like like not necessarily sleepwear but clothes like just like stuff that I would wear in my own bedroom and not anywhere else, or should I lean into the villainous thing a lot more, really lean into the Scorpio Slytherin persona. Should I be more villainous or should I be more casual? What do you guys think? Because I like both, and I'm trying to figure out what I should do for my next outfit because I am also gonna have like a different hairstyle to go with it as well. Casual. Casual. Interesting. Interesting. Should it be like streetwear or should it be like sleepwear? What do you guys think? Streetwear or sleepwear? Who's the best pairing in that for Medea? Is it the Bad Prince? I would. I'm. It's okay. Listen. So I like her with the marquis, the white haired guy with the purple eyes. However, at the moment they're just friends with benefits, and he's devoted to her because of a savior complex type of a thing, or well, I mean not savior complex. Like I don't know what to call it when you have an attachment to someone who saved you. Savior complex means that you yourself want to be everybody's savior. But what is it when you get attached to the person that saves you or something? He has that with Medea, and she is in no place to be interested in anybody at the moment. So that's my opinion, where it's like I ship them, but I understand why it's not like a proper relationship yet. Like she is too busy as a in her um in her quest to ever fall in love with somebody. It's just not the right time for her, and she's not really interested in him romantically. They're interested in each other. They do fool around. They are friends with benefits, but at the moment she has no place in her heart for love. You should have an outfit like Misato from Evangelion with a beer can instead of wine. Speaking of which, did you guys see VTuber Legend yet? That anime? The most recent episode involved a casual 2.0 outfit where she's holding a can of Strong Zero, and I was just like, this is too. This is. I swear to God, I can't catch a break because now it'll just seem like ideas from the anime. I'm like, no, I swear to God, it's not. Yeah, I know. She just looks like. Okay. What show is in? Mr. Sanji, it's going to be the casual one that shows more skin, and it's like it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna have a toggle to remove the cardigan or whatever I'm wearing as like the outerwear because. As a lady, as a young lady, you can't be walking around in your sleepwear, sleep attire, just the nightgown. You need to have like a little nice little cardigan over it because it's chilly in the palace at night. And so like I would just have like a little little toggle to remove it. You started streaming before the anime came out, right? Right. So let the record show. Let the record show. I was here before the anime came out. so if any, I oh, did you guys see what I shared it on my Twitter, but did you guys see what Stuffed Crust made? It was a video edited with me commenting on the first episode of VTuber Legend, and it was so funny, and I was like, oh my god, she just like me for real. Yeah. It's a very good anime, and holy shit. So the most recent episode involved her getting an ASMR mic from her ASMR genmate, and she was even like trying out ASMR, and I'm like, oh, she is like me. Oh my god, I can't. I swear to God, if she also starts making actual like ASMR content, I'm gonna cry. I'm just like, she's just like me but better. Imagine I just watch the anime just to get ideas. I'm just like, oh, I should do this type of collab. I should do this type of stream. Oh. That would be funny. I mean, to be fair, the anime takes ideas from Hololive, and if I take ideas from the anime, who's gonna stop me really? Like, I'm just getting inspiration. I'm not stealing anything, So yeah, very very funny. Mhm, mhm. I don't know. I'm looking forward to all the content that I'll be making in the future, and I just really hope that I'll be able to do it well, because that's the thing with me. Like, the reason I'm like, procrastinating a lot of projects or putting off a lot of projects is because I don't want to half-ass it. I don't want to do it in a way that it's like I'm gonna look back on it and be like, wow, this is really shitty. Like, I shouldn't have done that. You know. I've tried experimenting on streams, and it's kind of like, this really would have been better if I could put visuals on screen, or if I could change my background, or do this and this, or share my screen, or do a hand cam, or do a tier list, or something. It's like, I'm the type of person that kind of obsesses over quality control a little bit too much, to the point where I procrastinate doing the thing because I don't want to put out half-ass content, because it's the same reason why even that first ASMR video that I made, I was not intending on doing it so seriously, but I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I better do it to the fullest of my abilities, to just to really put in effort, even in something that's like a joke, right? Like, with my sarcastic my ironic role play streams, my satirical role play streams, like when I did like pick me girl ASMR or roleplay. It's like, obviously that's an entirely satirical stream. That's a joke. It's not supposed to be like taken seriously. But if I'm gonna do a joke, I better commit, right? I always tell you guys, commit to the bit. There's nothing that kills a joke more than half-assing the delivery. Like, if you're gonna do something stupid, you better do it right. Like, because like that makes it funnier, I think. Enaria the perfectionist. You could do the song. Okay. Karma, that's actually funny that you mentioned that, because my younger sister and I constantly sing that song. I am obsessed with Barbie, Princess and the Pauper, and we're always singing the songs together. She has like a deeper voice than me, so while I prefer Erica, the peasant girl, she has to sing those parts, and I do Annalise, the princess, and so it's just really fun. I like it because we know the song so well that we can do either parts. Like, if we're like, hey, which part are you gonna sing this time? And she's like, I want to do Erica's, or like, I want to do Annalise's part, and so we just like swap around. Um, the tricky part is like the harmonies, because I haven't memorized the harmonies too well. But yeah, it's really fun. Maybe I'll do a cover in the future, maybe I won't. But it is, like I said, I like singing. I'm not great at it, but I like doing it. It's for fun. Like I'm a complete amateur, right? Where it's like I do it for the love of it. That's where that word comes from. Amore, right? Um, you do the thing because you love it, not because you're paid to, not because you're because like what is a professional if not just somebody that does something for money, right? As a profession, and when you're an amateur, all that means is that you're not doing it because it's your job. You're doing it because you like it. So as a streamer, it's like it is my profession now. But when it's stuff like art, I mean, I guess technically, since I am accepting payment sometimes, it is also a profession. But I draw for funsies. I draw for fun. Like anytime I post art on Twitter, it's not because I'm getting paid. It's not because it's like a commission or anything. It's like I just decided to draw something and post it publicly. My friends are always like, "You have to post your art. Why don't you post more of your art?" And I'm just like, "I'm shy. I don't think it's good enough." um, holy short, my jacket has a lot of burn holes. What did you do to your jacket? um, the best way to end the eventual Enaria karaoke stream. Oh, okay. So that's the thing. That's super. Yeah, drawing for fun, truly the best. Yeah, that's the thing. I really liked about Nell's drawings is that it's like when she was doing the Kirby art of all the Nexans. It's like she clearly wasn't being asked to do that. She wasn't, doing it because we commissioned her. She was like drawing everybody because she thought it would be cool. Like she thought it'd be so fun. That's why like we really appreciated the effort she was putting in. It was very nice. Same thing with Charlie right now. When Charlie draws things, she's not doing it because we asked. She's not doing it because we paid her. She's doing it for fun. And I'm like, sometimes I want to just post like doodles, and like just like shitty drawings. I do sometimes, but even with my shitty drawings, like I don't know if you guys remember my penguin art. That one post I made where I learned how big penguins were. um like my penguin art, even that one I couldn't just do like a shitty drawing. I had to make sure the lines were clean. Sorry. Yeah, I had to make sure the lines were clean. I had to make sure that the coloring was right. And I'm like, man, I wish I was more free, maybe I should just do that actually. Like it doesn't matter if it's like the quality of like a VGen artist. Like maybe I should just post like my drawings and my sketches. Like I don't have to like I feel like I should just do that. Because I like posting, but I'm always like, oh, what if they think it's like shitty? Because they know like what my capabilities are. They know what my actual good art looks like. I worry that I won't be able to live up to the expectations that I set for myself. So I get nervous around that. It's like, so like I get worried that it's like people are just gonna expect the same quality each time. But I think I really should just put myself in your shoes, like your guys' shoes. Because if I was a viewer and I saw like, just like my, like a tuba just posting whatever, I'd still be happy because I'm like, oh shit, this drawing is so funny, rather than, oh, this isn't as good as like this other art that she made. And maybe I should just like try to like be easier on myself. And that's that. You have a question? Yes, Karma. Mm-hmm. If you could have any weapon that you would want, what would it be? A scythe. Um, I really like scythes, and whenever I play Brawlhalla, I really like the characters that have a scythe, but I'm not so good at handling it. I'm like, I think I'm better with projectile weapons or something like that when I play Brawlhalla. I am simp. I have Yeah, maybe I should chill out a little bit with like expectations for myself. Because like you guys, I mean, I already told you guys that the reason I procrastinate with the stream titles and like whatever dream concepts is because I'm always like, oh, I need to like outdo myself every weekend. I need to have like a good weekend stream lineup or whatever. And then you guys tell me that all I really need is to like let you guys know when I'm going to stream. And that's good enough. It doesn't matter. Like, and I can just like tell you guys what the stream concept's gonna be on the day itself, or not even. You guys will just find out when you see the stream title. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should. Maybe I should be easier on myself and not try too hard because, like, I think it was Nano or Lumi. I can't remember who it was, But they said that they do this as like a hobby. They're a VTuber hobbyist rather than thinking of this as like a career, really. And I'm like, that's basically what I intended too. Like, this VTubing thing wasn't gonna be my end game. I want to be an animator or digital artist in the future. I want to be an illustrator or 2D animator in an animation studio. And so, like, this VTubing thing is like a stepping stone just to give me some experience, just for funsies, because it takes years to develop your animation skills. And so I was like, I can't just be doing nothing for that time. So I thought VTubing would be a good way to occupy my time and like also get some practice and like get some experience in until I get to a point where I could apply to an animation studio. So yeah, this is supposed to just be a hobby, and I shouldn't like. It's not that I don't care. It's that I shouldn't care too much to the point where I'm miserable doing this job. You know. And so, hi, Nani. Hello, hello. What color? Well, I mean, I'm purple, but I would like it if the scythe was like black, maybe. Like, oh shit, if the blade was like black and had like, I don't know. That sounds really cool. Am I edgy? Am I an edgelord? um, I do wear a lot of black in person, though. That's the thing that's so funny. It's like I I like the idea of dressing in black because you kind of just have to do one load of laundry. It and all your clothes will match. However, there are times where the black doesn't match, and I'm just like, I can't wear this outfit. And then my sister will be like, Why not? And I'm like, Cause my top is brown black, and my pants are blue black. They don't match. They look different. Black and purple. Ooh. That sounds good. That sounds good. But yeah. I think for outfit 2.0, I will incorporate like this color of purple, but it's going to be a mostly maybe black and white type of outfit, and then we'll just have like this color palette or this shade of purple. Have you guys seen the show Ruby by Rooster Teeth? Something I noticed about all their outfits, like especially in season 1, all the characters' original outfits, they're mostly like black and white and then a color. And then I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, is that like a design choice, or is it just so that you can make an outfit that doesn't clash with everybody else? And I thought that's so smart. I should have done that because when I was watching the were they wait Hollow wait was it Hollow Live Justice was that Justice so when Justice came out and they debuted, I noticed like because I love Raura. She's an inspiration to me. I was just like, you can do it all. You can post like art of yourself while also like being a VTuber and doing that. I'm just like, oh man, I just need to figure out how to do my time management properly. That is something that I told staff though. I was just like, my strengths and weaknesses. My weakness is that I'm bad at time management. um, literally named after colors. I know, right? Um, so the thing that I thought was interesting about the Ruby character designs is that it is like black and white, and then just a primary color, like the character's color, right? And so I was thinking, oh, maybe I should do that just to have like a nice outfit, and that's why I mentioned Raura, because Raura is her outfit was like black and white and pink, I think, and I was like, oh, it looks so good. I really should have just done that. Hello. Hi, Nano. Hello. I was talking about you earlier, but I wasn't sure. You and I also are in the same boat about how we're expecting to have a PC by October, but October is a lot closer than either of us thought. And I'm like, oh God, it's already almost August. Holy shit. Okay. And now we're just trying to get shit done. Being a content creator is hard, guys. Being a content creator is hard. Rozzle waffle. Why did I say waffle? Rozzle waffle. Yeah. Okay. You are. That is assonance, and I fucked it up. Waffling. Yeah, waffling. Yeah. Araki, so hello, hello. Hi, hi. Yeah, so what the fuck was I talking about? you know, I know you guys sometimes dissociate when you listen to me yap on stream. I also dissociate while I'm yapping. I don't know what HD is, but I got 80 of them. um Anyways, so to summarize, so far I've been really liking the Gen 2 debuts. There's a personality for everybody. I will be tuning into the yappers more often, I'm gonna be honest, because as much as I like comfy content, I prefer yappers because my brain doesn't shut off, because I always joke about how it's like mild narcolepsy, where it's like if my brain isn't simulated enough, then I'm going to start to pass out. You know what I thought was really interesting when I was listening to Momoko earlier. Wait, Momoko. Wait, hang on, Momoka. When I was listening to her earlier, I was like, oh, you know who she sounds like? You know who she reminds me of? The 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 artist formerly known as Chokowa Aki. Cause I was like, oh, she sounds like her. Like, I mean, like, I know they're different people, but her voice and the way she speaks is so similar to Chokowa. And I was like, I wonder how she's doing. I know she's still around, but it's like I miss Chocoa a little bit, you know. That's the thing that I was sad about, like the four people that weren't able to debut with Gen 1. I was close with three of them, and I was like, you guys, why didn't you do your homework? You have to, like, now you got held back in class, you know, like you got held back a level, a grade level. Um, but yeah, like I just got nostalgic listening to Momoka. I was just like, I miss when Chocoa was around, and because she was so cute. She was so cute with me and like the people she was close with. She's fine, but yeah, I don't know the business side of things. Like I don't know anything. I remember this person commented on the stuff that I would reveal about behind the scenes Nexus stuff. It's like they were like, Inaria's either a liar or she doesn't know what she's talking about. And I'm just like, what? I would never lie. So it's like, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Because it's one of those things where it's not that I lied, it's just that sometimes I'm just an idiot, you know? I could be misremembering or misinterpreting. So when it comes to stuff like that, take things that I say with a grain of salt, because I'm never 100% sure of things. I try to get as much information as I can. I'm never 100% sure. What I am sure about is whenever I tell you guys about reality and like the horror stories from there, yeah, yeah, definitely believe me. But the thing that I think is so funny about that is like you guys technically have no way of confirming or denying any of my claims about reality unless you were there also, like during those times, because there were things that you can't really see anymore but definitely happened, but you don't know that for sure. I could be lying about every single experience I've had on reality and you wouldn't have any idea. But it's like I'm kind of like, you know what? I mean, I'm not on there anymore. Who cares? Let's burn the place to the ground. As I jokingly said to Gen Ones before when before debut, this like months ago. I remember telling them I was like, Nexus is basically just like a support group for people who survived reality. This is nothing more than a rehab center for reality victims. So I thought that was very funny. Um, well, you're not a truther. Damn. Okay. um, we're used to believing made up bullshit. Yeah, that's true. I think it was very interesting when I first went on the website .com.org, And I was like laughing when you guys were saying I was based. I was just like which is pretty funny because that was kind of something that I was known for on the other platform, but it was kind of like I had friends that were very not child friendly in their base commentary, but I was having open forum type streams where everybody would come in, we would discuss a very controversial topic. And the way I was hosting it, like hosting the streams, was that so that even if you had differing opinions, don't be rude to each other, just kind of hear them out, like it's like if somebody says they're a Republican, don't just immediately call them like a racist or homophobe. You gotta hear them out because sometimes it's for one reason or another, right? It's kind of like when someone's like, oh, I'm a Catholic, and then they have like, and another person will say like the worst things about Catholics, and then, and I'm just like, I mean, come on, dude, like you don't have to do that. Just mind your own business. You can hear them out. I remember when I was talking to this British person. He was a Tory, which is just like a British conservative, and I remember getting a little concerned, and I was like, oh, you just use somebody's neo pronouns. You call them they them. I didn't think you would be into that. And he was explaining that when he says he's conservative, he only means like economically. He said he was like an economic conservative. I was just like, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it has something to do with taxes, tax reform. And so, it's like it doesn't, just because someone says they're conservative or whatever, it doesn't immediately have anything to do with their socio-political opinions. And that's why I always like to hear people out, where it's like you don't want to just assume things just based off of labels. You want to hear their side of things and how they view certain situations, because like there should be a bit more nuance when it comes to political views. You shouldn't just be like, oh, you like McDonald's so you support genocide. And it's like, no, I like McDonald's because I'm poor and have no money to afford like actual vegan food or whatever. um yeah, Babe's kind of lost its meaning at this point. That's true. Talking like a shell shocked baby. um, yeah, I know. So that's what I think is super funny about having to kind of hold my tongue a little bit when it comes to socio-political views, because back on reality, I made it so that you could share your opinions in my chat without it becoming aggressive, right? People, and that's why people were kind of used to like just using me as like a podcast. Like I mentioned this on my stream yesterday when I think it was Cedric. You asked about the CCV or like my CCV on the other platform, and I said that there was no way to check what your CCV was because reality only counts impressions. So like that means views. That means like how many likes you have or something. It doesn't tell you how many active viewers or listeners you have. So the only reason I would know like how many people were actually listening to my streams, because as I mentioned to you guys, who are like aspiring VTubers, or to even my kouhais, I always tell them, hey, stream, like the reason I can stream the way I do, like, and yap so much is like you want to stream in a way that's like it doesn't matter how many people are actively watching you. You want to stream to five people the same way you would stream to 500 people or 5,000 people. Like don't worry about the numbers and just make good content, I guess. Just have a good time, because on reality you don't know what your actual CCV is. And like I mentioned, I had a lot of people using my morning streams as a way to kind of listen to something while they're getting ready for work or school, driving on their way to work, or getting ready in the morning, or having breakfast, just to start the day, right? And I would have like these conversations with them. And then it didn't really matter if they were active in chat because I knew that they were doing stuff. And it was like I would have like an active, like maybe five chatters during those streams, and then I would like tell them like, okay guys, I'm gonna end stream now, I'll see you guys next time. And then suddenly so many people would say, okay, thanks, bye. And it's like, Oh, you guys were listening. You guys were here. Okay. So it's like I'm used to having a bunch of lurkers in my streams. I don't take any offense to like people that are quiet because I'm used to that sort of thing. Um, Classic lurkers. Yeah, I know, right? You have morning streams? I used to. I used to have morning streams, and then they'd make fun of me because I was bad at making food, and they were like, "What kind of woman are you? You can't even make breakfast in the morning." But yeah, how expensive is McDonald's over there? Not very expensive, but like because of the economy, some stuff is getting it's like it's no longer the dollar menu if it's costing more than $1, you know? That's my opinion on that. Like I'm just like if you're gonna sell something at like let's say the Dollar Tree, I think every or Poundland, you know, for the UK people, if you're gonna sell things at the Dollar Tree, can you please make things cost only $1? You know, this isn't $5 tree. And so it's the same thing with the dollar menu at McDonald's or any fast food chain. It's like if you want me to save money, why are you raising the price? Like it's no better than a normally priced item. Like this is not the point of a saver's meal, or like yeah, or like a dollar menu. What the heck? um yeah, and like I mean, okay, so in regards to like having no ccv, it's kind of bad because you don't actually know who's still in chat, right? Like because somebody could come into chat, say hi to you, especially if it's like a regular or your friend, and you're like, oh, how is your day today, and they don't respond. So like I always just assume that that means that they clicked on the thing and then they left. It's so common for people to join a stream and then leave immediately because on reality there was like this thing where you could get points, like free points in order to gift other streamers. You could get like points if you stay 20 seconds in someone's stream, and that's why they would have like these afk streams that would last several hours, and they would get so many impressions. They would be like over 300 views, but there's like no actual people in that stream because they're only there for one thing, and it's like the points only. And it's like it's a very weird system, but it's a way for people to get points, I guess, so that they could gift. And I guess that's fine, but it's just I just hated that because of like the views, those people would get pushed up the algorithm. And they've changed the algorithm so many times on that platform. It used to be how many likes you got, so people would be like, oh, spam likes if you want me to moan every 5,000 likes, you know. Or it's like, oh, like they'll do like sleep streams or like afk streams to collect points. And then so they would have like they would be pushed on the algorithm because they have a lot of views. I think currently the thing that they're counting is the gifts, like how many gifts you get. It used to be like messages in chat, but I think it's now like the gifts. They really want to monetize the fuck out of their app. I mean, I'll be honest. They really want people to spend money on there. Um, I think a Big Mac is $18 over here in Cali. Oh, that's definitely not how much we yeah. So maybe I should do like I did think about doing like and like a food tasting ASMR. But then I was like, you know, I don't like mukbangs. So if I hate it, then you guys might hate it too. So I will avoid that. However, I did like my cooking ASMR streams. I did like maybe just two or three of them, but I like those. Because I'm not in the mood to cook all the time, but like when I do, it's nice to just chat with you guys while I'm doing it. And it's like that's why I wanted to change my coins are too expensive in my opinion. I think so too. I thought like the whole diamond thing was strange because it's like we weren't told that prior to streaming that there would be like a diamond situation on here, and I was like, okay, whatever that means. $18 in California. It costs $10 for me in Texas. Oof, oof, that's a lot. Um, so oh, speaking of which, that's what I thought was so funny. So you guys know that I put up a throne, right? And like my keyboard that I put on there, because it was supposed to just be like a cheap thing that just to test how our new throne system will work, because I know that Nox is getting PC parts through Throne. and I'm like, I don't know how long it's gonna take to get to me, because compared to her, I'll probably, because of like the of where we live, compared to her, I would probably get certain items like 2 weeks later than she would, you know. So it's like I have to be careful with that sort of thing. And so I was like, I'm not comfortable asking for PC parts before I know how quickly things would get shipped to me through this new system that we came up with manager San and Harry. And so I just put up a keyboard on there, which is funny because when I saw that keyboard like last year, I was like, oh man, I really want this keyboard, but for the aesthetics, but like it's so expensive and I don't know if I want to spend that much on a keyboard. So I was looking for other cheaper keyboards. And so like when I found out that I could have other people pay for that, I was like, okay, sure. And it's because like I don't need it, right? It's not a PC part. It's just like a peripheral. So I put that up I put that up on my throne, and then I it immediately got funded, and I was just like, holy shit! It was only $18 plus shipping. That's crazy. Because of course you guys would think that that's like such a low price, but like for me, when you convert it, it's like a lot for a keyboard, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to spend that much on a keyboard. You know, kitty headphones maybe, but like not a keyboard. Oh, speaking of, I did ask Manager San if I could put up like kitty headphones, like kitty ear headphones on my throne, and he was just like, Inaria, that's I don't know if that counts as like an essential. And I'm just like, what? You don't want me to be like the best talent that or like the best streamer that I could possibly be? And he was just like, you're not gonna need kitty ear headphones to stream. You just need a good pair of headphones. And I'm like, what if I can't function without the kitty ear headphones, huh? How am I supposed to stream? How am I supposed to be a good VTuber without them? I need the aesthetics. Hi, burgers. Hello, hello. Hi, you guys. Yeah, exactly. Cat headphones are a necessity. Mhm. She needs fashion to function. Exactly. I need the aesthetics. Initially I wanted to be one of those Hello Kitty girls that's like all their stuff is like pink and white. And then I thought about it for a second and I was like, actually, I kind of prefer the cyberpunk aesthetic more. So all this stuff would be black and then it would just have like, the gamer lights. Currently, the only peripherals that I have, okay, so I have a laptop right now. It's a very old laptop, so that's why I'm upgrading. The only peripherals I have are a webcam, a mouse, and a microphone. And so speakers also. I also have speakers. I needed that keyboard, and I need another pair of headphones because my current headphones, they're just wired earphones, and it's one of the earbuds is already brokey, and the microphone isn't working anymore. That's why I need to use my external microphone when I go on Discord calls. So I need a new pair of headphones. So maybe that could be the next item on my throne. Because it's not going to be super expensive, but it's one of those things where I'm like, do I really want to spend this much money on a gadget? Because I will spend a lot of money on food and drinks, but I'm hesitant when it comes to things. I'm like, I want to spend this much. I don't know. She's not reading it. Like, she's so over. Okay. I was just yapping. I'm sorry. I will read. Hello, Rixie. Hello, coworker. I don't mind a mukbang, to be honest. Hi, Panda. This is you again. I've been lurking for several minutes now. Hi. $18 is a lot for what else is available on the site. Is I think is how I could put it. Because like there's it's kind of like AliExpress, and so you have a lot of things that are much more affordable compared to the $18 keyboard that I found. So I was like, if I could get a better deal somewhere, I will. And that's why I'm always like so strange when it comes to gadgets, because a lot of people are like, you want to pay a lot more so that it lasts a lot more, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna like buy more stuff anyways. Why not just like pay a low price if I'm gonna upgrade in the future regardless. And people scold me for that. They're like, Enaria, this is why your stuff breaks, because you don't like to spend money on them. So that's my bad. But that's why I have to consult people like Rixie, Klato, Kyohei, Soma, Manasan when it comes to like gadget related stuff, because I'm just like, I'm stupid. You guys think that a sheltered princess such as myself, who never grew up with consoles, knows anything about the basics of gadgets? Nuh-uh. No, ma'am. I don't know anything about it. And so I'm like, I'm very uneducated when it comes to tech stuff, and I'm like, hmm, whenever like Manasan or like whoever, like whether it's like Soma or whoever, they'll tell me a bunch of numbers, and like they'll talk about processors and GPU and stuff like that. I'm just like, uh-huh. Okay. Yes. I completely understand all the numbers and letters you just told me, and I definitely remembered everything you told me to look out for, including like the RAM. I totally know what that means. Mhm. Mhm. Yup. I am smart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cheap Narya. Yeah, I am a cheapskate, which is so funny. And like, I know a lot of people are like, Narya, aren't you rich? And I'm just like, my parents are rich. I'm probably very broke. And it's like, that's why I need this job, guys. It's like, I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable spending money on stuff that doesn't make my tummy happy. Like last night, or yesterday, I was so happy to spend a lot of money on food and drinks. But as soon as I got to when I was like online shopping, and I saw like a shirt that was like less than $5, but I was just like, do I want clothes that are good quality? They all look the same from a distance. I do. I'm the type of person that changes my fashion style every 2 years. So I'm always kind of hesitant about spending so much money on like clothing, because it's like, if I'm gonna change anyways, if I'm gonna like throw out these things or give them away anyway, I don't think I need to spend so much on like a single bag or a single shirt or a pair of shoes. And so I do have a bad habit of buying cheap clothes. I would love to visit more thrift stores, but it's dusty over there. I hate the smell of thrift stores sometimes, because I do have a sensitive nose, and I don't want to start sneezing or sniffling because of like some old jacket or something. So I don't like the smell of thrift stores. I have been there, and I wish I could just like find a bunch of like really nice thrift stores online. I did get some like vintage clothing from an online thrift store before, and I was like, ooh, Italian, ooh, vintage, ooh. And I was like, I feel so fancy. I feel like it was it made me really nervous when I saw the label and it said dry clean only, and I was just like, um I'm very indelicate when it comes to clothing. And so when I see something as sensitive as that, right, where it's like dry clean only, or like don't wash in like this type of water temperature, I'm like, uh-oh, that means room for user error. Is how I see it. Because I'm a very clumsy person. I'm a very reckless person, and I break things very easily. I ruin things easily. And so, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Here's a sloppy kiss, though, in case you're into that. um, yeah, so I'm kind of just like, these clothes are nice, but I wouldn't trust me to handle them. Like that's why you have the maids handle them. That's why you have like the butlers dealing with all that stuff. Like the princess should not have to do with this type of work at all. Not because not because it's she's stupid and can't figure things out. It's because it's beneath her. That's that's what it is. I'm very intellectual when it comes to practical chores. Yeah, imagine. That is really funny. They came in, sexually harassed me with an unsolicited kiss barrage, and then they just left. That's crazy. I mean, if I don't mind getting kissed by a cute girl. Riznaria, hello. Um, but anyways, do you guys handle adulthood well? Like, do you guys handle like the whole household chores thing well? I've been trying to learn how to cook. I'm not great at it, but as my sister says, it's edible at least. It's like that's my standards. She, like, as I mentioned before in an old stream, my sister compliments my food the same way a German person compliments food. She'll say stuff like, it's edible, it's not inedible, I could eat. Every now and then she'll hit me with a, it's good. Enaria to sing I Kissed a Girl. Oh man, I used to sing that a lot when I was younger. I love that song. And then I found out what cherry chapstick meant, and I was like, oh, oh, oh God, oh God. They had kids singing this. How dare they? As long as you can eat, it's all good. I'm the type of person that even if I don't like something, I'll still eat it because I don't like the idea of wasting food. My grandmother, she was always like, "Hey, finish every single grain of rice on your plate because there's children in Africa that are starving." And I'm just like, "What's that got to do with me?" I had a very unhealthy relationship with food growing up, because aside from that mentality, like the whole guilt tripping thing, whenever I did try to control like what I ate, like I would put food on my plate and I would eat it, and then my grandmother would add another serving on top of my plate. And then I'd try to put some of it back because I just ate. I'm full, right? I don't want to eat a lot. So I would put some of it back, and then she'd scold me. She'd be like, "Hey, once it touches your plate, you can't put it back." And I'm just like, "Grandma, you're putting, oh my God." And I'm like, I feel like those frogra ducks or geese. I think they're geese, right? Goose livers, right? Or what are they? Where it's like they get like overfed. And I was like, Grandma, you're like one step away from like shoving the food down my throat. What are you doing to me? The worst part was she would overfeed me and then force me to eat all of it. And then when I grew up, she fat shamed me every time I saw her. I would greet her, first thing out her mouth is like, "Oh, did you gain weight?" Like, or like, "You look so fat." I'm like, "Grandma." Ah! And then if I lost weight, right? She would be like, "Oh, you lost so much weight. Come eat some more." I'm like, "Grandma, no." This is your own fault, Grandma. You did this. The architect. Yeah, classic grandma behavior. Oh, you know what's so funny? Okay. So last year I had to babysit my grandparents for 2 weeks because my aunt, who is supposed to be their main caretaker, she had to go to Italy for 2 weeks, right? And she was like, "Hey, can you come over and watch your grandparents for 2 weeks while I'm gone?" And so I would go there every day for 2 weeks. And when I came out of that 2 week period, I gained so much weight. Like, my stomach got so big. Like, not like I was so pissed off because normally how my body would work is that I bloat and I deflate very easily, but I don't gain weight. Like, my weight was normally very stagnant, and it was just that I would bloat easily, right? So I would start the morning with a flat stomach, and throughout the day, I would, like I would drink water, I would eat meals, and then I would wake up and I'd still have that flat stomach. It would start over like a slice of life. It would just like have a do over immediately after I wake up, and then I spent 2 weeks at my grandma's place, and I haven't had a flat stomach for months because of that, and I was just like, huh, I thought it would go down by now, but I haven't deflated much, And I was like, oh, is this just what my body looks like now? And am I just shaped like this now? I was so mad. You know that stereotype where it's like you go to your grandma's house and then you come out like very fat, even just like after a few days? Yeah, that happened to me. And now I have to like do cardio and calisthenics and everything and go on walks, and I'm very upset. I tried doing daily laps at the pool, and then I kind of realized I don't like doing daily laps because I don't like having to wash my hair so much. It damages my hair if I get chlorine or like if I shampoo it too much. So I can't do that. And I switched to jogging on the treadmill, doing cardio. I started doing those really corny those K-pop cardio things where it's like they're corny, and it's like what was that guy, that Richard Simmons? It's kind of like a Richard Simmons workout video. It's corny, but it works. They hit the right spots. It's easy to do. You don't have to spend like hours doing it. It's fine. It's not as like as stressful as doing it at the gym. I hate going to the gym because I'm just there for some things, and I hate getting perceived by the other gym goers, and it's like I don't want to have to wait for the treadmill either because it's so awkward. I don't want to do yoga in front of strangers either, and I'm like, I'll do everything in my apartment. I don't wanna go to the gym. There's people there. Yeah, yeah, Richard Simmons. That's. We need art of Fat Narya now. You guys had something close with Pregnaria. That MS Paint of like Pregnaria, that was close. But like I did I did oh, you know what? Hang on guys. I could I could wait, I'll post something on Twitter real quick, and then you guys will see like the difference between hang on, I'll post something on Twitter. It was an artwork that I saw before, but I can't remember the artist. I just remembered saving it because I was like, oh, that's like me before and after my grandma's house. So I thought it was really funny. Hang on, I'll post it and then I'll tell you guys when I posted it, or you guys can just like check out my Twitter when I but later. Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is that art? Cause I was like, oh, she just like me for real, for real. You guys ever come across like artwork or a person online, and you're like, oh, their body type is so similar to what I look like, but I hate my body, but they don't look that bad. And it's like I don't know how to explain that to people, where it's like I'm not fat phobic, I'm not fat shaming anybody, but it's like I fat shame myself because of insecurities. It's like I'll see someone with like the exact same body type as me, and I'll be like, oh, they look so good, they don't look, like they don't look bad. But I'm like looking at myself, I'm just like, I'm hideous, I'm disgusting, I should hide under the covers forever. Why can't we just commission you for random Enaria art? Damn, that is crazy. Imagine being a commission artist. I totally have never done that before in my life. Yeah, it's like, how do you explain to somebody that I'm not fat phobic. I'm fat phobic to myself. Like I'll be looking at someone and I'm just like, they're bigger than me, but they're hot, and I don't feel very cute, guys. I don't feel very cute, chat. And then other days I will look in the mirror, or like I'll take a selfie and I'll look at myself and I'm just like, damn girl, like where you been all my life? What's your number? Like damn, take off your shirt, you know what I'm saying? It's it really is just like a thing where you wake up in the morning, and depending on your mood, you feel good about yourself, or you just feel like so horrible about your body image. And I'm like, why are we like this? Why are humans like this? Why can't I turn that feature off? You know, it's like that seems horrible. I hate doing this. I hate my flesh, my flesh mecha suit. My I want to shed my mortal coil, and just be free. I'm cringe, but I am free. um, the reason I do it is because I know I can have a better body. I'm just lazy. I remember seeing this post once. It was something like this person was like doing workout videos on TikTok, and then they said something like they captioned it with working out so that I so that I could never feel like I'm never worth somebody, like basically it's like I don't ever want to be in a position where I would think that somebody is out of my league, and that's why that person is working out, and I'm just like, that's a weird reason to work out, but it's like, if it works, it works, as long as people are getting healthy and not doing it excessively. Whatever reasoning you have to working out or eating healthier, that's up to you, the reason that I want to work out is because I want to wear skimpy cosplays, and if I'm gonna dress up as for example Diva from Overwatch, if I'm gonna wear a bodysuit, or like Spider Gwen, if I'm gonna dress up in bodysuits, I think I also wanted to do Gwenpool. If I'm gonna dress up in a skimpy outfit, it better fit right. I mean, like, I have no problem seeing like bigger people cosplaying those characters. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that I want me to look a certain way. Sweaty and Naria workout stream. I think I told you guys this before, where it's like I don't know if I could get away with a workout stream, simply because I keep thinking like I might be a little too lewd when I grunt during my workouts. Um, wait, hang on. Okay, I'm posting it on Twitter. I'm posting it on Twitter. So that is basically like the before and after of what happened to me, and I was like, well, I mean, like, my waist isn't that cinched, but like I'm close to like the second, like the image on the right now, and I'm like I want to lose weight. I want to work out. I want to work out better. But yeah. So some days you're in denial, some days you turn into Kevin Wen. Oh my god, not like Kevin Wen. Yeah, no. Listen, there's nothing like, working out to forget your heartbreak. It's like you gotta have, like, you gotta live in the gym at that point. But thank you so much, Iwin, for the link. But yeah, no, it's like when I saw that drawing, because I remember I was gonna post a picture for like a tummy reveal after I did my areola reveal, right? And I was like, I told you guys this before, where I try. This is like obviously like an idealized version, but it's like I try to because I want to cosplay my outfit in person at some point. And so it's like, because I think like the VTuber Numi, I think she did that where she cosplayed herself, and I was like, oh, I think also, wait, what was that one, like, it was a Meriwether's cousin. Was it Lumi? I can't remember. But I was like, I want to do that. I want to dress up as myself in public. And so I wanted to do things that are, I wanted to have like a similar bust size, so that I don't have to, because if I cosplayed like Lulu or Poet, I would need to buy one of those like silicone booby things, and I don't want to do that. So I wanted to have like a similar bust size, and at least, like, even if I have to cinch my waist with a corset, I at least want to be as close to this as I can. I remember, who the heck is that? Yeah, I still like that second pick, TBH. Thanks. At least I'll know that if I showed my tummy, you guys won't hate me for it. Whether to put it on screen. I mean, I think if you just like censored some of it, I think it's fine. Um, maybe you could crop it first, Iowin. Yeah, maybe you could crop it and then just put it up. Um, but anyways, yeah. So like when I gained a bit of weight, I was like, oh, I should probably cut back on the beer and drink other cocktails, and then also just work out more. Because that's the thing with working out and eating healthy. It's the longevity. It's like you have to put it into a routine. Like you don't need to, like, what's the point of having a 12-hour workout session if you only do it once a year, you know? Like that's not gonna work. It's like you need to do it, even if it's like just like 30 minutes every day. Hell, you could even do like 10 minutes every day, and it'll slowly help. It'll slowly improve things, especially if you're also adjusting your diet. Like I was complaining about this before. I was like, how come I've been eating so many vegetables and I've been eating healthy, but how come I haven't lost weight yet? And my sister was like, that's because you keep drinking beer. That's like liquid bread. And I was just like, what? I thought only uncles got like beer bellies. I didn't think cute anime girls got beer bellies too. I was so shocked. I was so flabbergasted by this information. And so I was like, okay, I gotta cut back on the beer. And you know what I drank last night? A beer. Hey, it's the first beer I've had in a while. Okay, I've been drinking wine. I've been drinking soju a lot lately. So that's different. That's different. Beer is empty calories. Is that different from full calories? I don't know. I don't know any gym lingo. All I know is meal prep and gains. Beer Naria. Beer Naria is just going to look like Pregnaria at this point. It's like, you guys have you guys ever seen 90 Day Fiance? Have you seen what was his name? No Neck Ed? Have you guys seen that guy? And I just remember thinking, I was like, what an interesting body shape that is. It's like he's very wide on top, and then he's got like tiny little legs. And I remember when I was like on my way to my friend's house the other night, I remember seeing a few people that looked like that. And I was like, well, not exactly like him obviously, but I just remember seeing like they were so much wider on top and they had such skinny little legs. And I was like, that weight distribution is very interesting to me, because the way my body works is that I will gain weight in my ass, my thighs, my belly, my boobies. I don't actually know about my boobies. I always thought to myself, if I didn't get chubby at some age, like would I have flat chest or would I have like the same cup size? I have no idea. Because I always feel like I never know. I never know. It's like I don't see people talking about that enough. It's like if you lose weight, do you lose boob size? I don't know. One way to find out. You do? Oh, Lulu, hi hi. I do wonder about that. It's like because I see a lot of people who have really big boobs but they're very skinny, but I also see a lot of people that have big boobs, and I can only assume it's because of their size, right? And so I think to myself, if they lost all that weight in like a dramatic transformation, would they also lose booby size? Questions, so many questions, you know. It's like whenever someone like Adele or Melissa McCarthy, wait, not Melissa McCarthy, Rebel Wilson, when they lost weight, did they lose cup size? I need to know for science, for science, not because I like boobies, really. They would lose their tits, not all of them. Yeah, I think it depends on your genetics, right? Because some people don't even gain weight in their boob area. Because I know some people that are still a little small breasted, even if they're big. And so I think it just depends on the way your body works. Because as I mentioned, I don't I don't gain weight in some areas, and in other areas I do gain weight. And I think it's like pretty proportionate where I gain weight. Cause I think it's so sad if you only gain weight in your stomach but nowhere else, so it doesn't get balanced out. No shame to those people. I just think it's very interesting how different some bodies are, right? Oh, if you guys saw my tweet before, I got jump scared by my own ass. I was I was I remembered I was getting ready for bed, so I was putting on my pajama pants and I was putting on like a bralette, like a sports bra, and I was getting ready for bed. And I was like looking in the mirror, and then I was like, I did like a double take. I was just like, whoa. And then I yelled out to my sister. I was just like, yo, why is my ass so big? Like, what the heck? I could have sworn it was smaller than that. And then she said it was like because of my pants that it looked so much bigger. And I was like cupping my ass cheeks and everything. I was just like, damn, like what the heck? What the heck? I knew like my ass wasn't like the smallest, but I didn't think it was like so big already. I was just like, holy shit. I was like, beware, yeah, beware of ass. Um, and I just thought it was like really silly how I was like so unaware of what my body looks like at certain angles, you know, and I just get jump scared. When I wear some okay, so when it comes to skinny jeans, for example, or high waist jeans, or yeah, any high waist pants actually, you guys ever get that thing where it's like because of your ass you have to like squeeze in, and then because of your waist it looks a little loose now, and it's like you have to like cinch in the waist a little bit. You have to take in the waistband just so that it gets balanced out and it cups your body a little bit better. And that's why I really appreciate stretchy clothing, because I don't have to worry about that. I'm constantly wearing like leggings instead of actual pants sometimes. Like it's only sometimes that I'll wear skinny jeans, but a lot of the time I'll wear stockings and a skirt, or or like shorts. But I don't actually wear shorts outdoors. I'm a conservative lady. I don't like showing my body that much. I'm shy. And then I love the heck out of lounge pants and joggers and leggings. I love them. I love them. I love not having to worry about having to take in the waistband just to accommodate for my ass. You know, like it. um is Enaria but a deadly weapon? I mean, I know an anon on a certain website has been asking me to sit on their face, and I'm just like, man, I want to sit on a face. I want to suffocate somebody. I, stretchy clothing is very nice. Stretchy clothing is very nice. That's why I don't wear real bras that often. It's like if I could help it, I'll wear a sports bra or like a bralette, just so that I don't have to worry. Because as I mentioned to you guys before, I have a tendency to bloat very easily. Like last night when I had my dinner, when I had my fried Korean fried chicken and beer combo, I bloated so much. I was just like, Pregnaria's back. um and I was just like I was laying starfish in bed with like my distended belly, and I was like so happy and just passing out in my food coma. I was in the middle of like four conversations and I just passed out in the middle of them. And and that's why I like stretchy clothing, because even if I have a normal bra, because I do wear push-up bras. If I have a normal bra, it's a little tight sometimes and I have to adjust it if I start bloating up. And so I appreciate stretchy clothing because of that. I don't have to worry so much. Bloatnar. Bralettes are cute, but they don't support me enough. Yeah, no, it's like for bustier women, you would need to either you have to tighten your bralette straps, or you just get like the ones with like a little bit of underwire or padding. I forgot what it was called, but I my boobs would be better with not a push-up bra, but it's like the type of bra that's like a half moon shape and only cups like the bottom half of your boobs. Like my boobs would be better with that type of bra, but it's hard because in my country most people have small breasts. Like the common cup size is like A to B cups, and so not a lot of retailers carry C cups and up, and so I'm forced to like deal with like basic bras a lot of the time. So I can't have access to like the cute bras I want or like different like bra types. So I only have like a selection to work with. I've tried ordering online, but even those don't really fit my boobs too well. I'm constantly having to shove my boobs around, and I have to rearrange my boobs whenever I put on a bra. It's so sad. Corset Naria. Yeah, no. Corsets are weird for me because I have a short torso, and so it's like I have to have a very short corset for it to work. Otherwise it'll just kind of it shapes me weird. So it's like giant t-shirts with no pants for life. That's my pajamas. I love wearing just nothing but baggy t-shirts and panties. Sometimes no panties because I just want to get a breeze down there. So I remember telling somebody that I like to just wear a t-shirt and then just so that I have easy access when I have to go to the bathroom. Like I'll lift my shirt up and then just like take a just take a seat down there on the toilet, and then my friend was making fun of me because they were like, you're like a kid, like those kids that like run around in nothing but like their underwear and like a t-shirt, like a tank top, and they just like yeah, it's for ease of access, it's for ease of access. And it's like oh, did you guys know that in Victorian times and like initially I thought people in Victorian times wouldn't wear any underwear whatsoever. And I was like thinking that they were just like going commando all the time under their corsets, under their petty skirts. It seems that they have wrap around underwear, so it's kind of it's kind it's very makeshift. I think in China they did that for like a really long time for their periods. Like that's what they did during their periods. They made sure that they always had those like cloth pads, and they would just like wrap it around your waist. And I think it was only 100 years ago when people in China started using sanitary napkins or pads, right? Because they were just so used to like that old style of having a pad. And I thought that was very interesting that they were just so comfortable using that they were like, this modern invention, no thank you, we'll use it later on maybe if we're desperate. Yeah, they only started using it 100 years ago, but like a pad was invented like a long time ago, like a long time. I think it was like 1780s or something like that or whatever. And or like it was like the 1800s, and they only started using it like 100 years ago. Very interesting people. I believe the English wouldn't. Hmm, interesting. I'd have to look that up. I forgot what the scriptures have said about that sort of thing. They spent 2 hours minimum unwrapping the woman. Imagine clotho pads. No, 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 no. Clotho would like his women menopausal, like the man needed to learn how to unlace a corset. How do you guys feel about the act of doing a woman while she was still wearing her fancy dress? If she was dressed like this, she had a corset, she had her underskirts and everything. Would you still do it? Or would you prefer it if you spent like the 20 minutes to take off all her clothes? Would you do it then, or would you just kind of just lift up her skirt and just kind of just go? not if it's expensive. I was immediate nut. I was watching this show. I think it was like The Great, which was about Catherine the Great and her marriage to the king of Russia at the time. And I just remembered thinking they were having a lot of fully dressed sex, and I was like, would I want to be fully dressed just because I was that horny? Or would I at least want to take off my bodice? You know, I'd be like, hey, listen, Mr. Man, sir, good sir. I know that your pillar and stones are very awake right now and they're very erect, but at the moment, I would like to breathe while panting heavily. You know, my heaving bosom cannot breathe properly in this corset. So please undo my bodice before taking me. You wouldn't try it once. Corseted sex. Have you guys ever seen hentai where they're mostly clothed? Like, let's say like two students, right? And they're wearing their uniforms, and you can barely see it. It's like the guy lifted up her skirt and lifted up her top, but they're still fully clothed. He didn't even take off his shirt. He didn't even unbutton it. He's just like he just loosened up his tie and just like opened his pants, his uniform pants, and and that's it. And they're just having sex now. And I was like, is that comfortable? I feel like I'd hate the feeling of being so sweaty while doing that. Like I think I would hate that actually, like being fully clothed and doing that. I don't know how to have like fully clothed sex. I'm just like, no, I can't even keep the socks on. Take them off. It's too warm. It's too stuffy in here. um, Listen, I never had experience with it. However, a friend did say that cosplay sex was the best thing ever. So I guess yes. I tried cosplay sex. It is a nightmare if you have contact lenses in and if you have a wig on, because I think it has to be a closet cosplay where you're not like doing your full makeup, because if you have your foundation all over the place, if you lose an eyelash, a false eyelash, if you mess up your very hard to style wig, it's like just take off the wig, at least just take off the wig. It's fine, take off the wig. But what of all the silly props? Don't use props for sex. Those are expensive. Those are hard to make and maintain. Don't use props for sex, please. They are not that. They're very fragile a lot of the time. Please don't use cosplay props for sex unless you know that it's like very sturdy, right? So yeah, just be careful. The cosplay you spend 4 hours getting into breaks. I've heard that from some of my cosplay friends where yeah, the props do break, the wigs get messed up, the cosplay contacts get dislodged and it starts getting in their eye wrong, Be careful. Cosplay responsibly. That's why I think you guys know what a yiff is? It's basically like sex between like people in fursuits, and I thought it was very interesting that people could do that in fursuits, because I know that they have fans in their helmet things, in their headgear. Like they have fans just to ventilate. But I feel like I'd probably hate that. You're breathing heavy, you're doing a strenuous activity that causes you to sweat a lot. Do you really want to be in a fursuit the whole time? I don't think so. I mean they're doing it, but I don't know how comfortable that is for them. I don't want to sweat in my suit because it's hard to wash. The fun is taking it all apart. That is true, Iwan. I think undressing somebody is like half the fun of it. I will dress up just so you could strip me. That's my idea of a good time. Like if I was like fully naked, it's not as fun. Like you want to have like you want to have the joy of unwrapping a birthday present, unwrapping a Christmas gift. It's like what's better to you, like especially as a kid, like what was better to you, even in your adulthood, I guess it could be fine. What's more enjoyable, receiving a toy, like just straight up, like they just hand it to you unwrapped already, Or would you want to have the joy, like the surprise? You know, you don't know what's in the box. You're unwrapping the box, and then you see what was in the box. You know, that's how I feel when it comes to stripping somebody. Where it's like I would, as much as it would, you know, even though you get to the same result at the end, I think there's just like something nice about surprising someone. So having to undress is very interesting. You're so cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so pretty. What is this stream? Well, I was talking about something so nice earlier, and then I talked a little too much, and now I'm talking about cosplay sex. So you know, just an average Enaria stream, you know, from your most wholesome and say so VTuber Enaria. That's basically like a way of teasing, right? Yeah, exactly. Foreplay has many forms. It could be making out, it could be under the waist type stuff, or it could be as simple as just stripping each other in the heat of the moment, you know? Now it's like you could just get to the main entree right away, but why would you do that when you could have the appetizers first, you know, the amuse bouche, you know, you gotta be amused first. So all the unboxing streams, bro, I remember coming across these like unboxing videos on Pornhub, and it was just so funny. I was just like, holy shit, they're actually they're actually doing it like a proper unboxing. That's so funny to me. How did it become that from the original topic? You know. Don't worry about it, just go with it. Exactly. And Narya so say I think this is one of my more say so streams, if anything, you know. It's like at least I don't have ice cubes down my panties again, you know. That is something, right? I don't have my sex toys up on my desk like usual. So this is a pretty professional and a very say so stream compared to my previous ones. So I think I'm being a very wholesome streamer as of right now. Unboxing of toys. Yes, there's people that literally just do unboxing cuz like of sex toys. And then there's the people that do reviews. The unboxing streams are funny because they'll test out like they'll test out like sex dolls or sex toys, especially the what I would consider artisanal ones, from Bad Dragon, for example, right? The very novelty type items. Yeah, like the novel toys. Those are the ones that get like a lot of views. Cause wouldn't you want to watch somebody unboxing a dragon dildo, you know, or a tentacle one, or one that's like 6 feet tall, you know? Like I think those are very interesting. um those look like they hurt. I feel like they're not supposed to be used. whenever whenever I see someone who actually does use it, I'm just like, wait, I thought it was a joke, you know. Mint condition. No. It's like, do you guys know Moist Critical? Charles White. Do you guys know Charlie? Do you guys know Moist Critical? He has he has a dildo collection, and they're all of varying sizes. And I always think like most of those are not gonna actually be used for human consumption. And then I come across a video where they use one that is like very much under the category of enlarged penis. And I'm like, I don't think that was supposed to be used actually. I think that was supposed to be like decoration, and they're just being very very experimental. You know how like so many people shove a lot of things up their butts, but they're not things you're supposed to shove up your butt. Anyone in the medical industry, anyone in the medical field can tell you horror stories about things that patients have shoved up their butts. Things that should not be there. And I think those very big dildos also work that way, where it's like you're not supposed to put it up there. It's supposed to just be a thing on your desk. You know, it's just supposed to think a thing to have. You weren't supposed to actually use it. Mm-hmm. I mean, one man, one jar. Oh God. He took one for the team. Did he have to take it? Absolutely not. But he did. He did take it, and now we know. You know. Yeah. Just another Friday at the clinic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it is funny because I think I remembered seeing somebody talk about like a gynecologist type of career once, and I was like, okay, so a lot of surgeons have to deal with people shoving things up their butts, but I wonder what kind of things get lost up the vagina, you know. It's like up like what kind of things get lost there, because I feel like no matter what kind of things you shove up yourself, I think your muscles will push it right out. I mean, like women give birth, like uterus owners. women, women, women give birth all the time. So I'm assuming if you shove something up yourself that way, up the front door, I'm sure you could push it back out just because of the way your muscles constrict and contract. So I don't think anything can really get fully lost up there. You just gotta squeeze it out of you. In prison, they tell you to squat and cough. So just to check if you're hiding some contraband or you're trying to sneak stuff into prison. So it's like I think if that could work, I don't think you really need surgery. I think you just gotta like wait it out a little. That's my head canon for how that would work. I saw a video of a girl who used a frozen hot dog. Fun fact. Have you guys seen Mean Girls? Have you guys seen Mean Girls? There's this part where they were talking about like Regina George, and like all these characters were talking about like the rumors or the things they've heard or said about Regina. And there's this one, and oh wait, no, wrong. It was like about the burn book. Yeah, the burn book entries. Yeah, scratch the thing about the Regina. The burn book entries. There's this one thing where people were like, this person made out with a hot dog, and that was like, her going like, that was one time, something like that, if I'm remembering correctly. The actual original script, originally she was supposed to it was supposed to be that she gave a blowjob to a hot dog. So she was like, stimulating, no, she was simulating a blowjob on the hot dog, and that was what the line was. But they thought that was too far in regards to the PG rating of the movie. So they changed it to made out with a hot dog, which always confused me growing up. And I was like, how, why, and how? I feel like giving a hot dog a blowjob makes a lot more sense and is less crazy to me. um yeah, that's like, how is that even bad, right? It's like, I feel like people do the same thing with bananas sometimes, where it's like, it's like, oh, I'm shoving my mouth over a banana, it's gonna look like a blood job, let me, like, let me, the old gok gok 3000, right? And so I feel like doing that to a hot dog, even as a joke or whatever, I think that would have made more sense. And I feel like if they were gonna say anything about a hot dog, I think they could have just changed the line entirely. They could have replaced it with literally anything else, you know? So it's like, instead of made out with a hot dog, maybe like, I don't know, what could someone make out with? Um a slice of fruit. I don't know, a donut. Like, but then that'll be something else. There's a lot of food related things that you could make out with. Merlin, hello, nice to see you again. Hello. It's a miracle I can finally watch this. Imagine. From what I heard from drunk ladies in college, I remember someone practicing with a Wii remote. Oh, that's. I used to do I tell this story? So when I was younger, I watched this movie called Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, right? And I remember this one part where this girl was trying to lose her lip virginity and practice kissing with a guy. who does that as a service, right? He's like a prostitute, except it's he just makes out with girls at their school. And he was like telling this, like the main character, he was like, "You're a really good kisser." And she was like, "And you have like no experience." She's like, "Yeah, I practice at like on the back of my hand sometimes." And when I saw that, I was just like, does that work? And so I, for like when I was like 13, I was like practicing making out by kissing the back of my hand, because it gave me an idea on how much saliva I was producing. It gave me an idea on how much tongue to use, because I feel like if the back of your hand ends up having a lot of spit all over it, you're using too much tongue, you're using too much spit. You need to control that a little. Pre-gaming. I was practicing. Okay, I was practicing. And so when people tell me that I'm a good kisser, I'm just like, yeah, I got experience, And I never tell them that it's because I practice by kissing the back of my hand. I'm a visual learner. No, you have to be a kinetic learner, a practical learner. It's like we gotta make out for your lessons. I think kissing is the only thing porn has taught me properly. I've kissed two girls before, and both said I was a good kisser. Mm-hmm. When I found out that a lot of guys learn from porn, I got kind of unnerved, because a lot of the time porn a lot burn. That's so much funnier than saying prawn. Oh my god. Okay, okay. So a lot of the time when I find out that guys learn from porn, in regards to positions and stuff to do and stuff girls might like, I'm like, they fake a lot of things, right? Like, they cut out a lot of stuff, like, for example, here's something that I learned from gay porn, from gay porn, um is that, oh, actually, no. Okay, 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 okay. So let actually, no, not gay porn. Just any porn that involves anal. Okay. I remember seeing this video where somebody went from back door to front door, and that's not something you should take as a lesson. Do not learn from that. They swapped out their condoms in between cuts. So that is so so that's not something you should be taking to heart if ever you do something like that. It's always front door to back door, or swap out the condoms in between. Please do not go back door to front door without cleaning. That is a one-way ticket to an STD. Please don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. um Always wear condoms, folks. Exactly, wrap it before you tap it. For me, you guys already know that I take birth control to regulate my period cramps, because they are kind of bad, because I have like fertility issues, mainly like PCOS. And so, like, when I have like my period cramps, it is agonizing. It is very bad. I'm always praying for death. And so I take them to diminish like the pain, because when I'm on period pills, or not period pills, birth control pills, sorry. When I'm on birth control, it lessens the pain. I mean, obviously it's not going to work for every woman. Like, you will get different symptoms and side effects depending on your body, but that is like my main side effect, is that it lessens the period cramps, and it makes me a bit irregular, like more than usual. Because usually it's like I can trust that it's like once a month, but sometimes I'll skip a month, which is normal, by the way. Skipping a month is something that happens sometimes. It's just like your cycle being irregular. But like sometimes I'll skip 2 months, and I'm just like, am I dying? Am I gonna die? But yeah, it's like, so even with condoms, I do encourage also trying to go on birth control, just to really make sure. because a child is not an easy thing. Whether you decide to abort or keep it, it's going to be expensive either way. So, and also, like, there's like the, the toll it'll take on your body. So be careful when it comes to stuff like that. When it comes to casual sex and you're not doing it to procreate. We only acknowledge competitive ranked sex. No casual sex here. so so yeah, be responsible, because even when you're young, you don't know. Like, a lot of people think that they're ready for it when it's like not really. How many times I thought I was ready for motherhood, only to realize it wasn't motherhood that I wanted. I just had a breeding kink. Are you still drinking tea? I think I ran out. I think I finished it. Yeah, like, I remember this person saying something like, breeding kink, you mean natural instincts? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. That is pretty much what it is. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we need to expand the population. You need to put babies in me. But yeah, that's what I thought was very interesting, because I remember when I was 11 years old, my mother would tell us horror stories about her pregnancy, and I was just so horrified by it, and I was just like, you know what, I don't care what happens, I'm never giving birth. I don't want to have a baby, I never want to get pregnant, I don't want to give birth. Sounds horrible. Because, like, my grandmother actually had a c-section. So, and she has like a scar from her first child. And so I'm like, I don't want to have a scar like that, and I don't want to rip myself trying to give birth to a turkey. So it's like, so I'm just like, I don't ever want to give birth. And then when I got to a certain age, I was like, kids are kind of cute, I kind of want them. And then I was telling my suitor at the time, I was just like, I want you to put babies in me. And then I realized, the older I got, I was like, wait, I don't think I wanted babies, I think I just like the cream pies too much. I think I just like the idea of cream pies, I don't think it was childbirth. That's why I like the nakadashi. I like the cream pie tag, but I don't like the pregnancy tag. I don't like impregnation tags. That's something for other people to be, as a fellow Shiwan head enjoyer. I see. Shh, shh, silence, silence. Don't mention that name. um, I was a C-section because I was 9 pounds at birth. Is that a lot? Wait, how much is a baby supposed to weigh? Wait, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. How much is a baby supposed to weigh on average? Cause I'm like, is 9 pounds a lot? It is. It is a lot. You're a fat baby. Or maybe you were incubating too much and you were basically a toddler when you came out. You know. One girl I know has a breeding kink, and she's a lesbian. The things she has said to us while drunk as well. Well, what she tries to do. I will say this. I will say this. There's a lot of kinks that I have that go against my political views, or so it's like, for example, I'm very attracted to women, and I like the idea of group sex, but if if and when I get the chance to do it, I'm always just like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared of vaginas. Like, I'm scared of the coochie. I don't know. Women are intimidating, okay? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's like, penises are easy to please, but a vagina is a bit trickier. I don't even know how to please my own vagina sometimes. And so I'm just like, hmm, if I don't know, then how am I supposed to make other women feel good, Like, I will play with boobies. Like, I will play with whoever's boobies. Guy, girl, in between, neither. I don't care. Like, boobies are boobies, no matter the size, no matter the shape, no matter the gender. Boobies are boobies, and I will play with them all the same, because it's more of a tactile fixation for me. You know how people enjoy playing with slimes? I'm like that with boobs. I like it because it's fun, not necessarily because it's a sexual thing for me. um, do you guys remember those like fidget toys from like a few years ago that were like these little silicone cats or penises or boobies or whatever? I think there were also other animals like seals and bunnies and stuff like that. I remembered I bought a bunny silicone toy, but I also bought like a booby silicone toy. And I would just like play with its nipple like all the time. And it was just so fun. And I'm like, I kind of want a stress ball that's literally just a booby, but it has to be like silicone because I did see like a stress ball that was like in the shape of a booby, but it was like a fabric ball, and it was like, and I'm like, that's not what I want though. I wanted to feel like skin, you know. I not the poppets. Somebody please make an NSFW poppet that's literally just a boob, and you can just like go back and forth between making an erect nipple and an inverted nipple. Can I'm sure somebody's probably made that already, but in case it doesn't exist, I'm sure it'll happen at some point, you know. There's a lot of products out there that I never would have expected to exist, but they do, you know. That would be so cute. I want to flick Inari's boob. What the fuck? Oh, here's some mental images for you guys. You know, just a little sneak peek um because I haven't posted any nipple reveals on Twitter just yet, but my nipples are tiny. Like I remember growing up and my boobs came in and I was just like my nipples are really small. That is is that normal? Like I feel like they were smaller than an average woman's boobs. So I felt like I was like, did I not go through puberty correctly? Am I are my boobs still underdeveloped? And I was always so insecure about my nipples because of that. Like they were I was just like, oh, they're not as big as I thought that they should be. Cause like my mother's nipples are bigger than mine for sure. And I was like, do I have to give birth to get like adult nipples? Like, do I have to wait for my body to change drastically through to like pregnancy? Is that what it needs? And then people told me that like small nipples are normal and fine, and they're even cute. And I'm just like, ah, you think my tiny nipples are cute? Yeah, it's like yeah, itty bitty titty committee, you know, and and so I was like so insecure about that. And that's what I mean though. It's like I always had like such a weird perception of my own body growing up cuz I thought my boobs were small. And then when I was 14, I went swimming with my classmates. And then one of them who was like a flat-chested skinny girl, she was like, "Enaria, your boobs are huge. Can I have some? You should give some of them to me." And that was the first time that I ever thought my boobs were big, and I was just like, wait, are they big? I didn't know that they were big. And so like I got all embarrassed and I was like she was like that's okay, Naria, I'm also insecure about my boobs, you know. So yeah, they get darker. Wait, hang on. All I know is I dropped 20 pounds in 5 months, so my gut is smaller now. Nice. Need a stress relief boobas. Yes, I do. You remember your mom's nips? My mom's nips are like a like a light brown because she has like a darker complexion to me, but it's like it's not that much darker. It's just she's a bit more tan compared to me. She claims it's because I don't go outside enough and that's why I'm so pale. And I'm like, mother, I'm just scared of the sun, okay? It's hot out there. She's always like, Enaria, make sure to go outside at least for 5 minutes every day. You need vitamin D. And I'm just like, the only D I need in my life is something that I can't ask for. She literally tells me to photosynthesize out on the balcony every morning. She's like, even just 3 to 5 minutes, just go outside, Inaria. Just stand there and like just stand in the sun, please. You're so you need your vitamin D. All opai is good no matter the size. That's what I thought was so interesting about people that like boobs. Like, so if you're like a lesbian or a straight man or a bisexual man or what, it's like anybody that likes boobies. It's it was always just kind of like, I don't think I've ever heard a single person that's like that, that's like woman loving. I don't think I've ever heard a single person complain about seeing boobs. It's like you might think that your boobs are small or too big or what, but it's like the person, like, they will always be excited to see boobs. You know, it's like doesn't matter the kind or the um. I mean, obviously they'll have preferences, but it's like it's fine. You know, like boobs are boobs. Okay, good night. Good night. It was nice seeing you, Luigi. Bye bye. Men just like boobs. You don't care about the size of them. I like shape more than anything, but it's like I'm probably gonna be the same way. But it's like, you guys ever come across boobs that are a little intimidating? For example, I see Lulu's boobs. Hi, Lulu. And then Nana, hello. I see Lulu's boobs, and I'm just like, I can't not look at them. I don't want to objectify my coworker, but it's hard. It's hard. You know, they just call out to me, and I'm like, like the side eye emoji. I'm just like, hmm? I'm more of an ass man myself, but yes, I have seen a pair that shocked me. Yeah, we know Cedric. We know. Yeah, it's like when it comes to breasticles, when it comes to chesticles, it's like there's just some that are kind of intimidating. It's like, and Lulu's a beautiful woman. She is a tall, um very very confident, big boobad lady, and she's very cute and pretty, and I'm just like, I like boobies. I did Lulu. You did Lulu. Inaria, have you seen the cheerleader art of me? No, wait, I think I have. Yeah, very interesting. Nano and Lulu have like the best fan arts. I swear to God, it's like I'm always like breathing heavily whenever I see them online. I'm just like, must must respect co-workers. Must be respectful of women. I feel I that cheerleader art reminds me a lot of Melon's art from FGO. Oh yeah, I think so too. I think so. You mean Ibuki Doji Summer? I don't know. Is that what it's called? But yeah, it's like Oh, speaking of summer, have you guys done anything summer related so far? I've been meaning to go swimming for like the longest time, and I'm just like, I really should. Every time I go outside, every time I go on my beer runs or whatever, I pass by the pool, and I'm just like, I really wanna go swimming in the pool. I just know that it's like, I hate swimming during the daytime, but when it's nighttime, it's so cold. Like, I'm like shivering when I'm swimming at night. And I'm like, what time should I swim? Like, maybe in the afternoons, but it's like the afternoons are when I nap. Like, that's my nap time. That's my siesta time. I can't dedicate it to swimming, but maybe I can just like set aside like one day, just maybe, especially when I'm not streaming the next morning. It's like maybe I should just like have that so that it's like I could just like sleep the rest of the night or something and don't have to worry about streaming the next day. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could swim before, because I like swimming. It's my favorite sports. It's my favorite physical activity aside from you know. I really like swimming, and it's I don't know what it is. I just like, I was gonna say water sports, and I remember what that means. Um, I like I like just being in the water. That's why I'm constantly sitting in a bathtub or just in a jacuzzi or in a pool. I love just sitting in soup like that. I'm like I'm making Enaria broth, you know. I went to Austin, Texas for 3 days. Ooh, what did you do there? Ozzy, hello, detective. Hello, hello, coworker. I'm gonna learn to swim this year. Hell yeah! I remembered my very first time swimming. I almost drowned because my aunt wasn't watching me. She was like making conversation with my dad, and then she was supposed to be watching me, and I walked into the adult side of the pool, and I was just drowning. And then for years I was told to never leave the kiddie pool. And so I was always just doing that thing where you would clutch the side of the pool, and then just kind of like tiptoe and just like walk that way, because I wasn't too good at the doggy paddle just yet. But now here I am, an expert in doggy paddle and doggy style, you know. But yeah, I hope, Nano, make sure that you don't eat first, before swimming, because you will cramp. I will say this: eating right after an afternoon of swimming, after a day of swimming, is so good. Food hits different after you've spent hours just swimming around. It's so good, so good. Especially if it's like hearty meals, like like barbecue or burgers, pizza, something like that. My first day off since 10 days of streaming. Let's go, Lulu. Yeah, yeah. And are your pool water when gross? Don't drink the pool water. Do you guys did you guys know that thing about how these days, you have that chemical in the pool that'll color a certain I think it becomes blue or something if somebody pees. And I think it's something to do with like the ammonia or like the pH levels. I'm not really sure what gets activated there, but that still isn't a thing in my country. So I don't. So I'm. It's one of those things where it's just like an unspoken rule that everybody has probably peed in the pool at least once in their life, and we just swallow that pee water and just hope to God that the chlorine has done its job, and we're just swallowing chlorine that cleaned up the water a little bit. I don't want to have to think about how I've swallowed gallons and gallons of other people's pee over the years, because I've spent a lot of my time swimming over, like like throughout my childhood, and even in my adulthood. We've like my family doesn't talk to each other a lot, right? Like I told you guys at the start of this stream that my family is very emotionally and physically detached. Like we don't talk to each other, we don't make small talk a lot, we don't hug, we don't really hang out in the same room unless we're watching a movie on the TV or something. But when we go swimming, that is like my favorite childhood memory, is that that's like the time when we actually spend time as a family, because we don't have to worry too much about work or public appearances or anything. We're around people that we don't know, so we don't have to stress out about how people perceive us. We're just in a foreign land. We're like we're in like a tourist spot where we're just surrounded by strangers. We don't have to worry about appearances. We don't have to worry about work. We don't have to worry about school. And we're just spending time as a normie family, and just like going to the beach together. And it's just really nice, because like I like spending time with my family. It's just that they're not the best people sometimes when we're not on vacation. Like, they're only fine when we're on vacation, because like all you have to worry about on vacation is having a good time. So it's kind of like when we finally get back home, we return to the palace, all the stresses of daily life come back. And so it becomes like a very unloving environment. And so I really cherish my childhood, where I spent a lot of it going to beaches and resorts and stuff and hotels, and it was just really fun. And so when I was younger, and this is also why I'm really scared of the sun nowadays. When I was younger, I got sunburnt so often. Like I would always come back from summer vacation and go back to school, and I would have a tan, and it was just like, and it was just kind of like it took years for me to have that tan fade away. So I would go back to what is close to my natural skin tone, and so I do tan. It's just that I don't like getting sunburned first, you know. So now I'm scared of the sun. If I'm outside, I can only spend a few minutes outside before going back inside for the rest of the week. And then I'm always wearing sunscreen. Always wear sunscreen. Even darker skinned people should always wear sunscreen. So if you're black or a deep skin tone, if you're like brown or whatever, I don't care how much melanin you got, you still need to wear sun protection. Okay, make sure to wear sun protection, guys. Even even if you're kind of just indoors, because if you're like anywhere near windows, you're gonna have like the sun, bouncing off. You're gonna have like sun exposure even if you're indoors. So try to wear sunscreen as much as possible. Even if it's just like a daily SPF thing, yeah, definitely care for your skin. Please be careful. I'm allergic to something in sunscreen. I'm sure you can find something that doesn't contain the chemical that makes you allergic. I wish there was a way to test that though, where it's just like, hey doc, can you just extract my DNA? Can you just extract my blood and then tell me the stuff that I'm allergic to, so I could make a list and then avoid those things the rest of my life, instead of just having this whole blind test thing where I'm just like, let me eat something, and if I have an allergic reaction, I'll just I'll just figure out what ingredient in that thing made me sick. And it's a very horrible way of living. I hate that there's not an easier way to figure out someone's allergies except through trial and error. Especially if it's a thing with a lot of chemicals or a lot of ingredients, and you don't know what you're allergic to in that thing. I kind of hate that. Yeah, we don't know what it is, but it might be coconut oil. Have you tried coconut before? Like any type of coconut products, whether it's coconut shavings, coconut ingredients, coconut cream, even like, I don't know, like have you tried anything with coconut? I have a condition that makes sunburns really bad for me. Ooh, like do you get like hives or something? Yeah, like I hate those. I remembered sometimes like when I was a kid, I would get a sunburn, and it would give me like an asthma attack, and so I have to be careful about that sort of thing. My sister, her issue is just that her skin starts peeling, like if it's like a really bad sunburn. But yeah, I remembered. I think I told you guys before that I did ROTC when I was younger. Um, and so I do have like, I think maybe all royal children should have some sort of combat training, right? And so I did my basic training, and I remember this one time we were doing our training out in the sun. I didn't know we were going to be out in the sun. I thought we were going to be indoors like usual or under the shade. And then at the end of the day, I remember like my COs were whispering to themselves, but pointing out that I could hear them because I was up in front. I could hear them like pointing out that my face got a little sunburned or red, and I was like so embarrassed. It was like, like how anime girls have like that blush face, like, or that TikTok strawberry makeup look where it's like they have like that Asian flush thing going on, where it's like the blush is all over their cheeks and like on like the nose of their, the like the bridge of their nose. And that was basically what I looked like after that one afternoon in the sun. That's what I looked like. I was like, oh no, I really don't want to get sunburned again. Like I don't mind getting tan, but I really don't want to get sunburned. So that's why every time I leave the house, like you guys know that I go to the farmers market nearby every Saturday, or I guess it would be like Friday evening for you guys. Like every Saturday morning, I would go to the farmers market. Even if it's like a few minutes away, I will always wear sunblock. I will always wear like some SPF before I leave the house. It's just to make sure, just to make sure. Gotta be careful. ROTC here as well. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Actually, can't tan. Doctors say I may have albinism. Oh. um, you know what? Wait, what was that Mean Girls thing? I was like, wait, if you're from Africa, why are you white? Oh my god, oh my god, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white. Mhm. Wait, wait. Bros, bros, it's all over for me. Ah! AniLive, I swear to God. I'm gonna make freaking lose it. Holy shit. Okay, okay. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by modern technology. Um, fuck. I can't believe they tried to kill me once again. Another assassination attempt on the crown princess. How dare they? The snipers are on standby. Yes, and I think they were like Enaria, you can't comment on skin tones. That's too racially charged. Oh, you know what? I saw this very funny tweet yesterday. It said something like this person said something like, how you gonna have how you gonna have no, wait, it was how you gonna be racist and still have acne? Like, worry about your own skin. I was like fuck, that's funny. Um, has the iPhone evented? Has the iPhone event started yet? I have no idea. What time was it supposed to start? Right now is 2 a.m. EST. Uh, what time zone is the AniLive event in? Is it PST? Oh, it probably started already. Congrats to the people trying, I guess. Man, I remembered. Yeah. EST is East Coast. East Coast. Nano, coworker. They tried to kill me again. They tried, and they failed. They tried to assassinate me. They're always coming for my neck. I swear to God. PST is like Vegas or California. What? What? I thought California was EST. Wait, hold up. Wait, no, you're right. You're right. No, EST is East Coast. That's like New York, right? Right. And then West Coast is California. Yes. So that would be PST. Man, having to deal with so many time zones, I do not envy Americans in that regard, because that must be very tedious, because you're like talking to an online friend. They're like, guys, let's hang out at like 10 p.m, okay? And then you're like, wait, motherfucker, what time zone? And then they don't respond to you. And then you're just waiting for them to come on to call, you're just waiting for them to come on to COD. You're just like, you were supposed to play with me 2 hours ago. Where were you? MST, that's mountain time, right? And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna count that as mountain time. I'm gonna in my head, I'm just gonna say that means Midwest. The middle of the country. We don't believe in time zones. Mountain standard. Nope. Shh. let me be erroneous on my own time, okay? Let me be incorrect and let me spread misinformation. Like, imagine having daylight savings time. That was a nightmare when I was talking to my American and my British friends, and they were all dealing with like daylight savings time, and I'm just like, why you gotta do that for? What? I mean, sure, it's a little dark, but what kind of, you're not, time is the same still. Why are you lying to yourselves? And then I found out it was capitalism, and I was like, ah, I get it. We legit don't get affected by DLS. I feel like, okay, so where I live, my kingdom is also unaffected by daylight savings time because we're so close to the equator that it's only affected a little bit, and only it's like, okay. So being close to the equator means that the sun rises and sets at 6 a.m. or p.m., right? It rises at 6 a.m., it sets at 6 p.m. So it's kind of like during the summer seasons, like, during that season, it's going to it's kind of, it's more of a, instead of like summer winter, it's more of summer solstice winter solstice type of a thing. So it'll, yeah, it's like, if it's like during summers, like the day will last a bit longer, like maybe the sun will set at like 6:30 instead of 6 p.m. And the same thing with winter solstice, like the sun will set much sooner than 6 p.m. So that's basically all that really happens. It's just like it's a little dark out for 5:30, something like that. Like that's pretty much all it really is. It's like you just notice how much like you just notice when the sun decides to set. That's pretty much the only way it affects us. But we still have like the same time. It's just more practical that way. Canada has that too. I mean, Canada is also North America, so you guys would have that. Glad we don't have that here. Clock always the same. Yes, yes, I think so too. Just not having, because when are you guys told to adjust the clocks back? That's like, is it like a big event? Like, is there like a whole thing where it's like, okay guys, on this day, on Tuesday, we're all gonna set our clocks back, at exactly 6 p.m. We're gonna set it back to the original time. And I'm just like, what? That seems tedious. um okay, our summers get hot here. Today was 115. I don't know what that means in Fahrenheit, but the usual temperature for me is like 80 to 90s, and I prefer 72. I prefer 72 degrees Fahrenheit if I were being honest. It's like it's not too cold, not too warm for me. Um try to put in on a weekend close to a holiday. Ah, it's so interesting learning about other nations because even though I try to be as educated about it as I can, there's nothing like talking to the actual people of these foreign lands. The actual, like I said earlier, I'm Enaria, the people's princess. I try to be as parasocial with the common folk as I can. I was like, I'm one of you guys. I'm not like other princesses. Remember it because during November it's fall, so the time falls back, and in March it's spring, so time springs forward. That is so cute. That's like a nursery rhyme. Smartphones adjust automatically, so it's not that bad. Oh, really? Oh, okay, okay. So is that only like with certain brands, or is it because you're like set in like because like I know phones will adjust like depending on your region. So if you're like in North America, and that's like your region, is that going to do the job, or is it like if it's only American brand phones, like is that how that works? Is it like a software thing or like a hardware thing? I don't know. Celsius, it's 46 degrees. Ooh, that's hot. That's really hot, actually. That's sweltering. That's bad. That's bad. Like my time right now is 11 p.m. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, can I ask you guys a question for the North Americans? Um, what is, yeah, 846 degrees Celsius is really hot. Like on average, I'm usually dealing with like 29 to 32, 36 on a hot day. So 46 is crazy to me. Um, so my question is, what does Groundhog Day mean? Cuz like I know you guys make that whole thing about something, if like a groundhog sees its shadow, it's like, I don't know, 2 more weeks of winter. I don't, is that real or is that like a meme? Like I don't know what I don't know what the groundhog is for. It's just something that I've heard, and I'm like, is this real, or is this like completely made up, like the Easter bunny? While Easter is real, it's like, while Easter is a real event, the Easter bunny is like a mascot. What is the groundhog for? And because like I remember, oh, you know what? I remembered Bakura actually sent me a video last year, and he was like he was on one of his many walks around town, and he sent me a video of like four different groundhogs, and I was like, shit, I didn't know they were real. I thought they were like kind of like, one of those animals that you hear about but you never actually see evidence of. So I remember he was like, yeah, he showed me like just some groundhogs like on the side of like just on the grass and everything. I was just like, whoa, that's crazy. They look they look like similar to beavers, um uh or capybaras, or I can't pronounce that. Yeah, that animal, that one animal. um if the groundhog sees his shadow, it's I think people just make up holidays so they have more season to get out of work. Is it a legal holiday where you guys don't have to go to work? If a groundhog sees a shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. If it doesn't, it's early spring. Oh, okay, that's fun. I have a question. Is the groundhog a special groundhog that gets chosen by the president? Like that turkey that gets pardoned during Thanksgiving? I learned about that through that movie Freebirds. But is that a specially chosen groundhog, or do they just like find a random groundhog? Do they outsource the groundhog from like a sanctuary or a zoo? Like what, where do they find the groundhog, and is it specially chosen, or is it just a random groundhog? Much of anything where I'm from, winter is over by February. TBH, we don't even acknowledge it anymore. I don't think it's a legal holiday, but still, it's an excuse. Ah, I'm very fascinated by other people's superstitions, because I have my own superstitions that I grew up with, and then I hear about yours, and it's just like yours sounds so much more fun. Mine sound terrifying. You guys are like, if a groundhog sees a shadow, then that's 6 more weeks of winter. For me, it's like, if I sleep with my hair still kind of damp, I'll go blind. Or if I see a black butterfly, that means someone in my family is going to die soon. That's not very fun. That's not fun for the kids. That's not fun for the whole family. The groundhog is a special one with a name. Pu- okay, I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Punk Punks Punxsutawney Punk Punxsutawney Phil. Well, that the X threw me off. I'm gonna, yeah. I don't know if that's pronounced Tawny, like brown. Like, is that brown? Is Tawny brown? Or like Towny? I'm gonna say Tawny. Punxsutawney. Punxsutawney Phil. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Phil. There is like a council of people who take care of him. Oh, that's so nice. He gets like a government job. That's nice. Your taxpayers' money goes to the groundhog Phil. Like, I love that so much. It's kind of like how in that one American town, you guys, they had like a mayor that was like a dog, and he had like 2 terms, I think. He got reelected. I think that's crazy to me, and I think that's amazing. Um, It's one of those fun holidays. The movie is great though. I'll probably I haven't watched the full movie. I was gonna watch it for a watch along, and then we ended up watching Killer Bean instead. It was so much funnier. Um, I'm digressing, but some states elect animals as their mayor. Why? Why? First of all, how would they turn bills into laws? Do they just like show like paperwork to a dog, and then the dog barks if he's against it, and then puts his paw on the paper if he's all for it? How does one work for a dog? How does one work with a dog? It's like not everybody can be Scooby Doo and and kind of talk in a human-ish voice, so I do wonder about that. I do wonder, like, how do you guys get any work done? Which I thought was so funny about that dog mayor was that people were saying he was actually good at his job, and I was like, how? What are the logistics here? How does dog become politician? How does dog become an elected official, and how does he become a good elected official? Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Thank you. It's just a title at this point. I bet ducks could pass a few bills. I think more people should rely on animals when making stuff like that. Did you guys watch this one Michael Reeves video where he made it so that it was he wanted a fish to buy and sell stock or something, or like make the stock market decisions for him, and so it was kind of like it relied on sensors and stuff like that, and I was just like, you know what, I mean, to be fair, is it any different than if I were to randomly pick a bunch of like stock market types, stuff, the stock exchange. I don't know anything about it. I'll see a letter. That's like, I'll see letters that are a little funny. Like if anybody had initials that were like ASS, I'd be like, that's funny. If someone had, I'm gonna buy that stock. If somebody had one that's like SXY, I'm like, that stock is sexy. I'm gonna get that one. And I have no idea how to read the stock market. I have no idea what bonds are. I don't know what stocks are for. And I'll probably lose a lot of money, but it'll be very fun. My friend, my friend had a younger sister who was like 8, and she was like addicted to playing on like this stock exchange mobile app, because I think she thought it was a game. I think she thought it was a game, and I was like watching her play it, and I was like, "What are you playing?" And I saw that it was like a stock market thing, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" Good night, Merlin. It was so nice seeing you again. Bye bye. Rixie, I miss Rixie. Ooh. Whenever you guys say like the Rixie, ooh, I always think of it as like, agonizing grunts of pain, because that is funnier to me. It's like I want it to sound as much of a like, just someone's horrible bathroom experience as possible. I want it to sound very agonizing. Stock market is just a gotcha game. Yeah, I think so too. It's like, I mean, you're gambling pretty much, right? Like, it's like, hey, maybe this will work out for me in the end. Maybe if I pull like a 5-star stock, maybe I won't go that broke, or maybe it'll be worth it if I go broke while trying to pull for it. That's all it is. CrowdStrike Kun, your stock is dropping. She was playing Stock Market Tycoon 3000. No, because I remember I came across a bunch of stock market apps last year, or maybe it was like 2 years ago. And I also thought it was a game at first, and then I was like, "Wait, no, this is actually like the stock market. This isn't a game." But I guess she thought it was a game. So I completely understand where the disconnect came from, because I too would have fell for that advertising. I too believed it to be nothing more than child's play. Um, this is the first time I watched your we've encountered on the Bluebird app. We've encountered before. We've spoken on my posts before on Twitter. So shameless plug. Follow me on Twitter, guys. It's on my profile here, but that's at Enaria Liliales, no spaces. Thank you. That's where you guys will see any updates and random tweets from me. So yeah. Speaking of which, I think follow me also. I'll post funny stuff. Follow me for more life hacks and good content because I am so good at making content. I totally am not trapped in this Zatsu only streaming app because I don't have a PC and I can't stream on other platforms. Totally not what's happening right now. But yeah, hope to actually no. I think I should actually end stream soon. I've been feeling the tummy rumblings for the past 2 hours, and so I actually should eat. So thank you guys so much for coming to my stream. I hope to see you guys tomorrow after the debuts. And thank you. Yeah, see you guys. Yeah, make sure to watch the debuts as well, guys. And I will stream right after the second person ends. But thank you guys so much for coming. I hope to see you in my next one. And until then, take care. I still have to figure out a closing greeting. But until then, here's a kiss good night. Mwah. And here's a sloppier kiss good night. Bye. Bye bye you guys. Bye coworkers. Bye bye.